Hello, hello, hello. I'm at the Chinese store. I didn't want to keep pushing the live back, but I have a story to tell y'all tonight. But wait for some more people come in, so I don't have to keep repeating it. But it's a little crazy. It's a DL love story turned tragedy. Is it tragic? Is it a tragic love story, or is it just tragic? And who's wrong? And also, I wanted to hold on. You good? You good? I'm right out here. Um, I wanted to talk about when my girls come in about this hair club we getting ready to start. Hey, Shelves. Oh, you got a baby? I didn't know you had a baby. Oh. So yeah, I want to say I have a story to tell. I'm gonna wait till a few more people come in, but I wanted to talk about the hair thing that the hair club thing we were talking about before, because it's time for me to do a wash day, but I'm not going to do a silk press because I'm already sweating. My hair is sweated out in the back, um, starting to itch. That's probably for my sweat though, but it's not going to stay straight in this as it gets hotter and hotter. Hey, Lexi Lane. So our hair club. So what I imagine is on Patreon. So what's today? Thursday. We can like say, all right, Sunday's gonna be wash day or Saturday. And I can tell everybody to get what what I'm gonna use, or and we can have like on Patreon it'll be private, we can all show our hair and stuff. Um and we can I can tell you what to get beforehand. You could, like, all right, if you want to do a natural style, if you want to do a straight style, if you want to do, or do you want me to be like, okay, this is how you do a quote unquote silk press or press your hair out? Because my goal is to teach black women how to do and care for their own hair, whether you want to just prepare it for if you wear weaves and wigs, just to keep your scalp healthy. Or if you want to do it hold on, sorry. I'm at the Chinese store. I didn't want to keep delaying y'all. She over there. No, I'm at the Chinese store right now. My friend, he asked me that I want some French shrimp fried rice. So of course I said yes. So on my way home. So I'm waiting for the food, but I ain't want to keep pushing the live back. So as far as the hair thing, should it be like, okay, hey Candy, should the hair club be like, should should I like, okay, like silk presses 101, or should we all like try to do our hair together, or should I just start like with the basics? Candy girl, hey Candy, it's like candy. Ow. So I guess it's more of the girls come in. We could talk about that. But I have a story for y'all. So hold on. Let me get prepared. I know as soon as I start telling the story, this food won't be done. I think it's done now. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. The basics. So we all say, okay, so Okay, so when I think basics, I can start with, okay, this is how you. So, would you guys, let's see, what to put in your hair, what to put in your hair to comb it out completely? I cannot get my hair combed all the way through. Like, in real life, or like not in real life, like everyday life, or while you're washing it. Okay, so like this is what we can discuss. Okay, so like I'll just answer questions and we can discuss like the basics, and I'll figure out what the basics are, starting from washing your hair. So like you mean when your hair is dry, how to comb it, shelves. So with your hair, I would comb I would use a detangler or a really thick conditioner. Hello, and I can recommend one to you, a couple to you, and comb your hair out. Yeah, when I'm not going to put it in braids, you have to get your hair like trained. So I would use. You had to go back to like old school. So your hair will be like in the natural state, like not pressed out. I'm assuming. So basically you talk about natural because like when my hair is natural, I try to comb it out. I know exactly what you mean. So you're gonna need to put certain things in your hair. So like if I were you, when I wash my hair and comb it out and condition it, I would use certain like leave-in conditioners, detanglers, and keep my hair. When you want to, you have the kind of hair you could actually wet your hair, comb it, braid it, and have a nice twist out if you wanted to. I can show you how to do that. What's a good setting spray or heat protector? Okay, so setting spray for like a roller set or for just like a blow dry and curl or a silk press, as they say. So okay, so that's what. So this is good feedback. So this weekend, probably Saturday, or maybe tomorrow, we could start. I know Gabor does his fuck shit Fridays, so maybe Saturday, because I'll be doing my hair Saturday, blow dry, silk and press. So I will just show you when I get back in the house, when my food is finally done. I can show you the stuff that I use. I have several things that I use. I'll just show you the products that I have, and then if you want to do our hair together Saturday, we could do that or whatever. All right. So story time. So I have these friends, my gay friends in Philly. My main friend. I'm not gonna use anybody's real name. This is a real story, and if it sounds like a little off, maybe I'm not trying to tell all the business. I don't want to put it all the way out there. So I met this friend of mine years ago, like 10 years ago or so, and we became friends. And then he has another friend. He introduced me to like other friends. I've met all these other guys through him. So one of his friends, we will call him. Let's call him Jack. Jack likes straight men. I don't know if what's the term DL. What do they call them? Trade. So he's had a couple relationships like that. So this latest one, he was dealing with this guy, and him. He's ready. Hold on. He's ready.
Yeah,
This the whole bag.
yeah,
Let me get a separate bag.
yeah.
Oh, this separate bags. Okay. Hold on, y'all. You want me to walk you home?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go this way then.
I think you're sitting right.
I don't know if I should with all this because I'm on my
It,
YouTube.
it, it got a basket on, no?
Yeah, but We'll see. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Thank you, boo boo. You good? You sure you don't want me to walk you home? Hmm? Yeah, this is the electric one. Ooh, look up how thick my titties look. Ow.
So how
Do it. Alright. Also, how do you get also how do you get the hair to shine? Now that is the magic. Those are the magic tricks that we will go on Patreon for because it's all in the prep, Shar. So I like to do an apple cider vinegar rinse. And what apple cider vinegar does is it keeps your hair from it's actually a natural anti-dandruff. It strips your hair of all the not all the bullshit that's in it, build up, dandruff. You could also say it's antimicrobial, stuff like that. It has its properties. I'll get the actual research of actually, what it does, the natural properties. You could use the medicated kinds, but I like the apple cider vinegar rinse, and it lasts me a long time. As well as I use apple cider vinegar, half apple cider, half apple cider vinegar, half water, and a teaspoon of tea tree oil. That's my and this will work for everyone's hair. It's good for a healthy scalp. And I'm going to be making some of my own hair treatment, and this will be good for just whatever your hair is lacking. If it's really good, like I said, it has bananas in it, it has honey, tea tree oil, olive oil. Um, I can't give y'all my whole recipe, but yeah. So back to the story. So one of my friends, he likes to date men who are straight. So he got into a relationship with this guy, and the guy has a wife and children. I'm not sure how many, and I'm not sure how old. I know one of them is maybe a teenager. So they've been messing around for some time, and I don't think. Well, I guess they broke up because the guy was staying with, like I said, we'll call him Jack. The guy was staying with Jack, and can y'all hear me? Cause my alarm just went off. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay. So he started kind of staying with him. So I guess you could say he kind of left the wife, and then I think I think he was still messing with the wife. So he had moved in. So my friend Jack, he's like a good catch. He has like nice car, nice house. Um, like basically he bought this man. Okay, long story short, was taking care of him. So, but he found out that he was still messing with his wife. He was like, he would pay for him because he would be like, I miss my kids, yada, yada, yada. I want to go see my kids. And the relationship, so he had a relationship before that was like abusive. And he gets in these relationships with people start like using him because it has a lot of money. So the guy would be like, I want to go see my kids. And then he would like go off for the weekend or whatever and go see his kids. But the other Jack didn't know that he was still sleeping with his wife. So he finds out, he becomes enraged, and over the Easter weekend, he went to the family home and told the wife in front of the children that he was sleeping with her husband and showed her a fucking video. I don't know how he made it out of there alive. Because if somebody came to my house my family affair and told me my daddy was getting bent over and showed his hate at the family barbecue or whatever you want to call it, he would have got dove on. Because, okay, it's one thing you fucking this lady husband, but it's another thing to go and try to destroy these people's life. The wife and the children don't have anything to do with what your, you know, your feelings, your little broken heart. You knew he was who he was before you got entangled with him, and this isn't the first time he did some shit like this. So, I don't particularly, let's see, how did he get in there? I don't know the details of all of that, but you know, people are crafty. I don't know if it was like outside. I don't know how he got. Well, I mean, they were living together. I'm pretty sure he had the wife's phone number. I don't know. I really don't know all the details, and I really don't want to say too many intricate details because I don't want people to know who I'm talking about. If anybody from my village sees this, I don't want nobody to know who I'm talking about. Like, so I'm leaving a lot of stuff out. So basically, the wife is like, beat it, you know, the kids are calling him all kinds of F words, and he's disgraced, and he leaves for real in shame. So then, and when that happened, I told my friend, like I said, the one who introduced me to everybody, um, he shouldn't have did that because number one, the man just lost his family. He's always going to, you know, he's always going to hate him for that. Like despise him, like not secretly, but always have that in the back of his mind, like he lost everything behind this bullshit. And he was saying stuff like, "Well, I, gave him this, and he's able to do this because of me." And he's thinking about all these material things that he has given him, and like trips and stuff like that. Like, bro, you just destroyed this man's family, like for real. It's one thing. Hold on. It's one thing to break up or separate from your husband, but then to find out that he's sleeping with another man, and then that's like the guy from Capote. Oh, what? Damn, I forgot all about Capote. So, so I was talking to my friend. We'll call him. Okay, so Jack is his name. We'll call him Joe. My friend Joe. I'm talking to Joe about it. And he was saying the first time he did that, he told him not to do that, but he did it anyway. And he got mad when he told him not to do it. So he was like, "I'm staying out of it. I'm not saying anything." Blah 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 blah. I said he gonna get hurt because he did that in front of the family, and it's not cool. So they, well, you don't know. This weekend was Philly Pride, so I was like, "Y'all going out for Pride?" They was like, "Yeah, we going out." So they're trying to get a hold of him, the Jack, and nobody can find Jack. Oh, uh, so I think that the man, I think something might have happened before this big reveal with the tape at the Easter thing. And you did it on Easter, my nigga? Like, really? Um, I think something else happened because the man has started doing drugs in the midst of losing his family. Now, we're not even talking about that much of a period of time. So, I don't know. He might have already been on drugs. Don't nobody go. I mean, it don't take that long to get on drugs, but from what I'm hearing, he was like on drugs and stuff. So, back to Pride. They're looking for him for Pride, and nobody can find him. So today, somebody goes past his house, door wide open. He's stretched out on the floor, blood everywhere, head, traumatic brain injury. He's in the hospital now in an induced coma because he has what is it called? Blood on the brain. So he might not even make it through. And the guy is missing and nobody knows anything. So now I guess we're just waiting to see what happens with him. My question is, who do you think did it? Because so with the guy being on drugs, so I guess they had fights before because when I was talking to Joe, he was saying he probably came back to the house and the guy, I think Jack, was over it with him like leaving and being on drugs, like keep disappearing, being on drugs. Maybe he thought he was still messing with the wife, but it seems like he was on a bender. And he was, when we were talking earlier before, he was saying he wasn't allowed to go down to Pride, or I don't know if it had something to do with him partially pretending like he's still in the closet. I don't know. But it was this big fight about them going to Pride. That's why they was like checking on him going to Pride. Yeah. So he was MIA. They finally, and he had been there for days. So yeah, that's kind of the story. But my questions are, who do you think did it? We could say easily it's the guy, or it could be somebody in the guy's family. It could be one of it could be one of the family members. Hold on, Larger. It could be, who could it be? Comments. So
Hey,
the guy who told the family, Jack, the guy, the guy who exposed the guy who exposed the straight guy, well, the married guy is on in critical condition in an induced coma right now. They found him on his floor in his house, door wide open, head cracked on the floor. Hey, Larja,
hey, I love how
can
you
you hear me?
are. Yeah, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me?
I guess not,
Uh-oh.
Larja. Go out and come back in. I can't hear you. So who y'all think did it? So the guy's supposedly violent, on drugs. Um, and my friend Joe was saying like he probably came back and the guy was like, "You can't come in," and he probably was like, "Oh, bitch, I done lost everything fucking with you. How dare you not act like you're not gonna let me in this house?" Kick the door in and bow. Um, I don't know. What do you guys think? Or like I said, if that was my daddy, I'd have probably did some shit like that. No witnesses, no nothing. But it's probably the guy, to be honest. Because from what I'm understanding, his behavior was erratic. He majestically is on drugs now, which I don't believe. I believe he probably was already on drugs. There's a lot going on right here. Definitely the man that lost everything. That's what I said. Hey, Malaya, this is a good story. I might have to tell it over. It seems like it's people coming in the chat now. But I think it's, I don't know if it's the man or somebody from his family, but I feel like it was somebody from the family, they would have came already. It's probably the guy, yeah. Because, hey Q, did you hear my story, Q? Hey DGF. I think it might be the guy. Because if that man did that, if that man came to my house, our family function, and said my dad was bent over, he had my dad bent over, I would have been, he wouldn't have made it out the party. Because you're trying to ruin our lives. This is bigger than you. You already have him and are doing whatever you're doing with him. Why do you have to come here? And then you got a video of y'all doing it. Like, why are you doing this? You're trying to fuck our lives up. So we're going to fuck your life up. So maybe they just
Wow.
waited until it died down to go get him. At the same time, this is my friend, but dead, you wrong. You dead ass wrong. Does anybody need me to repeat the story real quick? Okay, so what was the guy reactions at the get together? Now, I don't know that. I mean, they were upset, and it was like, get out, like you f word, like both of y'all. I don't know if they didn't say. I didn't hear that the wife was fighting with him, so she probably already knew. Um. Okay, so I'll start over the short version. So I have this friend, my main friend. We'll call him Joe. These are my gay friends, and I met a couple of other people through him, and one of them name is Jack. And Jack likes to mess with straight, married, or men with women who have women who have women. Hold on, I'm coming into my house. Hold on, y'all. So he meets this guy, and he was dealing with him like for a few months. So the last time he had one of these guys, he got mad when the guy wanted to leave or when the guy wanted to go back to his family. He got mad and he went on Facebook and told everybody that he was sleeping with the man the first time. But when he asked Joe, should he do it, Joe told him no. And he got mad at Joe and didn't speak to him for like a couple years. So this time, Joe said, I'm staying the fuck out of it. Because the last time you got mad at me, um, he got mad at him. And we were just talking about this because Pride was coming up. I was supposed to go out with them and whatever. So, so he has this new guy. And the new guy starts like staying with him. And let's say Jack has a lot of money. Um, he's very crafty. We'll just say that. He has a nice car, nice house, beautiful dogs, all that kind of stuff. But he also finds himself in abusive relationships too. So I don't know what's up with that either. Like he always picks like somebody. He's always getting his ass beat. But now, I'm kind of seeing why. But anyway, he meets this guy, and basically he starts like paying for him, like for everything for him. Like I don't know if he got him a car. He starts taking care of him. They start living together. They said he has a really nice house. I've never been there. I did his lashes once. And he has like a BBL. He's like really, I guess, femme or whatever. So he, him and the guy hit it off. So the guy starts saying he misses his family, and he started like paying for him like hotel rooms and stuff for him to meet. But they were living together. Shelves sounds like he needs a sassy black bestie. I think he's beyond anybody's help because he doesn't listen. Because he shouldn't have did that shit that he did. So where was I? So the man is missing his family. He wants to go see his kids and stuff. So he pays for hotel rooms for the man to see his kids. So he thinks that he's seeing his kids, but he's really still messing with the wife. Him and his wife are still sleeping around on these hotel visits. So he finds out. I guess he becomes enraged, and we thought like it was over with, but no. He waits till Easter weekend to go to the wife's house their family Easter or whatever you want to call it, their little get together. I don't know how many people were there. I don't know if brothers or cousins or I don't know exactly who all was there. I just heard family was there. And he has a video, shows the wife the video of them sleeping together, and one of the kids sees the video as well. This is like some special victims unit shit, for real, for real. So, boom, he made it out of there alive. I don't know how. So then, that was like literally like last week or 2 weeks ago. So in the meantime, and in between time, the guy gets on drugs. I don't know if it's crack or if it's meth or what, but he starts spending time at this crack house, meth house. I don't know what kind of house, but they do drugs there. And because he's kind of like, because his life basically fell apart with his whole family finding out. Not only, I think it's different to have somebody like, yeah, I'm sleeping with your husband, but then to actually see it on a tape is something different. And then for your kids to see it too, it hits a little different. So everybody was supposed to meet up for Pride and stuff this weekend, and he goes MIA. But everybody just thinks like, because like I said, he's been in abusive relationships before, so people just think like, sorry, people, the friends are just thinking like he probably with that nigga, just they probably going through it, whatever. But like after the second or third day, he's not answering the phone. It's going straight to voicemail. Somebody finally goes to his house, doors wide open. He is laid out on the floor, blood everywhere, with the traumatic brain injury. Now I don't know exactly where, but he's in a medically induced coma and he has blood on the brain. And my question is, who do you think done it? Maybe he was doing them socially and rarely. Then bomb drop, he went all in. So the wife thinks they were taking time apart, and to her it seemed like they were getting back together. Maybe so. But she found out what it really was. But one of my friends said, I mean, Joe, my friend said he thinks the wife already knew just because women know. But she really got confirmation when he did that shit with the tape. Hey, Larger, is your audio fixed
Hey,
yet?
yeah, I think so.
Hey, what do you think?
That's a crazy story. I think the devil did it
And it's
because I
it's
don't
true
know.
though. It's crazy, and I was like, everybody's worried. Is he gonna make it out? And he's not. He's going to have like I looked up the brain bleed stuff, and it's like only a 26% survival rate. But like I was reading, like basically like will his brain be the same or whatever? And basically
Right.
no. And if he was there for 2 days like that, he probably has blood clots and all kinds of stuff. So I don't think he's coming out of that regularly, like normally.
Wow. And this just recently happened?
They found him today.
Oh my gosh.
The thing with him telling his wife was like around Easter.
Wow. I
Yes.
can't.
Wow. Could you imagine
No. No,
if
and I
that
don't
was
want to.
me and somebody came to my house? I might be the one that came to his house and did that shit to him. He wouldn't have left
Right.
my motherfucking house. Because to me, you're trying to destroy our family because you're mad. You're in your feelings with what you already know. You already know he's married. You already know he has children. You already know he has a family. You just want him to just walk away from his family and ignore his children just to be with you.
Yeah.
And like, so what? You're buying him stuff and taking care of him, or now he's on drugs and all fucked up. And so what my friend Joe was saying, maybe he wasn't trying to let him, I don't know if he knows this for sure or if he was speculating. What happened?
No,
terribly
you don't know
sad.
if you speak live.
Yes. Wait, this is a real, yes, this is a real life story. I'm purposely leaving out a lot of stuff because I don't want to tell a lot of stuff because I don't want anybody to see it. Just in case anybody that I know sees this, I don't want to say too
Right,
much,
right.
but that's the basics of it. I'm
Well, it's
just
such
like,
a crazy freaking story. They'll know who you're talking about, but
yeah,
you're not giving like details to like embarrass further. So
right, right, right.
yeah, but this is a crazy story. I just hope he has kids too.
Yes, and they saw their daddy sucking whatever he was doing.
Ah, oh, how disgusting can a person be? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
And it's
know.
like, on one hand, that's my friend, but like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Even if nobody from the family got him,
Uh-huh.
this man is always going to resent you for ruining his life. When he comes down from his high or whatever he's doing, he started getting high. He said, I don't know if he's on crack or meth or what, but he just
Uh-huh.
started to do that shit. I know, like, a lot of people do meth because they like to have sex, like for really long periods of time. It's like a thing with a lot of gays that get high. They like
Ah.
to do meth. Yeah. So I don't know if he started doing that or what. But now he's like all drugged out and acting crazy, being abusive. So ain't no telling what happened. I think the man did it.
Yeah, it kind of, well, it sounds very passionate. If it's was it like bludgeon, number of stroke, like number of hits? Do you know that? Or was it like one possible fell accident? Or was it like repeated blows? Because
He
that would
was
indicate passion.
bludgeoned. There was a weapon there.
Oh,
It sounded like a crime of passion to me. It
yeah,
didn't sound like a robbery. Nothing was missing.
right.
And I don't
Usually
want to
robbers
say
don't take robbers will pop you once. They're not gonna like bludgeon you to death. You know what
they
I'm
gonna
saying? Like,
kill you. If they gonna do all that, they might as well kill you.
right,
I think it was
right.
that man
He
because
don't have a
where
ring camera?
I don't know. But like even with the phone, they
Hmm.
can't unlock the phone. So the person who's answering the phone can only get inbound calls.
Oh,
So my friends that were calling, see, I'm saying too much. My friends that were calling, they're answering the phone and they told them about his status in the hospital, but they really didn't get into much else. But somebody
right.
knows something.
Definitely.
And where is he? If it wasn't him, where is he? If that, where are you? Like, why didn't you call the police? You haven't been home in 3 days. You didn't see him on the ground. Like you, this is
Right.
your lover. Why didn't you call anybody? So it's got to be
Exactly.
him.
Right.
Or it could be somebody in his family. What if the wife came there and they all had a fight and he might be covering for, I don't know. It could be so many. It could be a couple of different scenarios.
Hmm.
But we told him stop doing shit like that. It's not cute. It's not funny. You're going to get hurt. And now he's hurt.
Yeah.
And you
People
want to
don't
be
want to
like, we
listen.
told you not to do that shit, but it's like real serious. You might not make it out of this one. But why would you want to do that? I understand. And this is not the first time you did that shit, right?
Hmm.
Apple wouldn't even lock the phone, and yeah, they're really big on privacy. Now he's probably going to jail. If they even investigate, it's so many murders here in Philly that the police pick and choose. Like you really have to. I don't know if it's on the news. I gotta look and see. Yes. I don't know if it's on the news. It'd be so many murders here. I think the other night it's getting warm here, so like the YN start acting up when it gets warm. And like
Yeah.
you really got to be somebody, or really press the police hard to like solve your case out of all the cases they have to solve. So, and you know how they treat people in the community. They don't really, it's not really, sad to say, it's not really a priority unless like a lot of people speak up. You know what I'm trying to say? Where's my backpack go? Like when trans people get murdered, they don't really, the police don't really care unless they get pressured by somebody to solve the crime. They don't really put a whole lot of research into. I don't know. I don't know the details. I don't know what they found at the scene. I don't know. 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 I just know my friend is laid up and he might not make it. But, we told him not to do that shit. So, let's lighten the mood.
I'm sorry, did I?
No. It's a pretty grim topic, but
Well, I just don't know who did it. And it is very grim.
really, sure. Like, was he a young guy?
No way. Sorry
There's
about that.
literally so many murders here. You like the police murdered this one kid who um they shot. They were drag racers on I-95 and they told him to stop. The state trooper shot him like right in his head through the car window.
Oh
And
my
they
God.
only I don't even think did the man get in trouble? It
No.
was a big news story because there were conflicting reports about what happened and the boy was white or Puerto Rican.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
With the YNs as they call them. There's so many murders and they don't want to cooperate. Nobody wants to tell anybody anything. The police
Right.
kind of just like whatever, and it's almost like to the point like when somebody does, so like a white kid was killed, murdered, and like all bunch of resources went to finding the kid. They had reward money into solving the crime, but every like the black community was mad. But on one hand, y'all don't want to help the police when y'all worried about no snitching and all that shit. When it's time to
Mm-hmm.
help them out, y'all don't want to help. These parents put up a big reward money, big they're putting in resources. They're putting the pressure on the police to solve this murder.
Yeah.
So and it's too many of the murders for it's just so many murders here, and our murder rate is actually going down. But as when it gets warm, it's like
Is it worse than Chicago?
it's kind of neck and neck now.
Oh.
He was in his late 30s, but was in the streets, so they don't care. Child, they be killing kids. They be shooting in the car with women and children. They don't
Yeah.
care. They do not care. It used to be a
And did
code.
you
I
see?
remember when I was younger, they would tell us to go in the house when they knew some stupid shit was going to happen.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They don't care. I know this other person that got murdered with her boyfriend. They wanted to kill her boyfriend, and she ran out. Like they was shooting him up, and she ran out. Like, oh my god, they killed her ass too.
Oh
Young, they
man.
were like 20, not even 20. These niggas don't care. The young ones, the young niggas, the YNs, they don't care. There's no code.
I think that's what YN stood for, but isn't he a rapper?
You probably thinking about YG.
Oh, YG. Okay, young. That must be young guy.
Of a friend's son. Don't give up hope. Yeah, you gotta put the press. You gotta put pressure on the police if you want them to solve a crime because there's so many of them. Philly is dangerous. If I had a son, I would not live here. I would move my son out of here. That's how bad it is.
Right.
So what else is going on, guys? So we're starting a hair club, Larger.
Uh-huh.
Want to teach or guide people through doing their hair, what works best for their hair, managing your own
Mm-hmm.
hair, whether you wear protective styles, whether you wear wigs, weaves, or if you even just want to do your own silk presses or whatever you want to do. I'm going to start with the basics
Yeah.
and we're going to go from there. Like what's good for your hair, what's not, what works for me, what doesn't, what I use, all that kind of stuff. And I'll be doing that this weekend. But I had just wanted to hop on here and talk a little shit. What else is going on? Did you
Well,
see the Miami trailer?
Yes, yes, yes. I certainly did.
So, did Dr. Nicole not come back because her husband's
Her husband's
ex-girlfriend?
ex, I think it was because yeah, it could have been.
She's
It could have
well,
been.
okay. I like Dr. Nicole now. Um, she said, dealing with postpartum, she don't need to be dealing with all that shit just having a baby.
Right.
So
Well,
I'm
and
not
she did
mad
say
at her.
she had postpartum bad. That's the reason she said she left. I don't know what that
Right.
was postpartum. So I'm willing to let her have that because she
Mm-hmm.
actually said that Stephanie is a great addition to the
In the
show.
preview, yeah, she said she wanted to meet her.
Yeah. I
But
had rotted my hair today. Well, no, I rotted it yesterday and I took them out today.
ooh, a rod
And
set. I haven't
so
had one in a long time.
and so it looks like Shirley Temple, but I really rock it like Amadeus because I wear it up
Mm-hmm.
because it gets so hot.
It's so hot. That's why I'm doing a natural style this weekend.
Yeah.
I'll keep your friend in my thoughts, Richie. I hope he gets therapy and takes control of life. I thank you, DGF, but I don't know. I hope he makes it out. I don't think if he was left alone for like those 2 days or whatever, and he had a brain bleed, he probably has blood clots. I don't know if he'll be the
I'm
same.
surprised he has blood left. 2 days on the floor bleeding out. I'm surprised he has blood left.
Right? They left him for dead, so maybe it was just inside of his head. I don't know. Uh, we'll try to get more details tomorrow because the his family was really upset today, so they didn't want to like press too much for information. But gotta stop fucking with people, man. Like, okay, you have the lady's husband. Like, leave it alone. Let it go. You
Right,
didn't have to go do that. You literally putting a target on your back.
right.
And I know a lot of people who do that shit. I don't want to say a lot of
Yeah.
people, but I know people who do that shit and think it's cute. Like, start messing with these men who have baby moms and stuff, and then want to mess with
Mhm.
start taunting the baby mom.
Right.
Just
That's
take
kind of
them.
like what Coleslaw did.
What? Taunt Melody?
Yeah, that's kind of like what she did.
So did Melody leave the show? I
Yeah,
feel
she
like
did.
Martell was taunting Melody through
Yeah,
her
he did too.
using coleslaw. Cause she's not. Wasn't she in college to be a nurse before she met Martell? If
Who,
my
the
memory
girl,
serves me,
the
coleslaw.
girl,
If
Coleslaw?
memory
I think
serves me
she was in
correctly, she
school.
was in college to become a registered nurse, and now she's not. She's just Martell's baby mom.
Right. Exactly. And but no, the Ariana did too. She used to call the girl and go on live and call her all kind of stupids and dingbats and all kind of. It was a lot. She was doing a lot to that lady. That was a lot.
Well,
That was taunting.
Melody is unlikable.
Yeah, that doesn't make it right.
But I thought they were like, what's her name say? Destiny. She was teaching her how to cheat, respectively.
I don't believe that.
I think there's some truth to it.
Um,
Like talking to her, asking her about Martell's comings and goings, comparing stories, that kind of stuff. That's not necessarily teaching someone how to cheat in peace, but just
yeah,
if
no,
some
that was
bitch was fucking my husband, I would want to know. Come, sit, tell me all the details. That's why, like, I think Melody's a punk. Like, well, I ain't gonna. Well, have Coleslaw come on the show and question her down like you did that girl Tiff. Hey, Ali, remember the girl Tiff? She asked 1,000,001 questions to. Is that her name? Tiff, not Tiff. The new girl. The one that lied, that was acting like she didn't know Martell. Is that her name?
You mean the one with the poodle on her head?
Yeah.
That's what my hair looks like right now. But
But it's probably cute if you let it fall some, or is it really tight? Your hair.
it's well, my hair is like 3 feet long, so
Is
it's
it?
really, really freaking curly.
Don't
So
you
I
have
have to wear it up.
locks?
Yeah,
Trish.
yeah. Was her name Trish?
But they'll fall.
See? So then I put them like this in like a
That looks cute though.
see, look how cute they are. I love them.
That
Love
is cute. How are you gonna wrap it up?
them. Just in a scarf, like I have a silky scarf and I wrap it like this.
Three
But I
feet is a
hardly
lot of hair. That's 36 inches.
yeah, it's probably longer. And
That's
then
cute though.
isn't that looks like something I got from the beauty supply store, huh?
It's cute. You can get like a little headband, like you just had it around the top, or you can wear it
Yeah,
up in a French roll. You can do all kinds of stuff. But that's a lot of hair.
right. So yeah, but I can't stand it to freaking touch me. And I feel like
Because it's hot.
oh, it's just hot. It triggers heat flashes really bad. Really, really bad. Me and Angela, me and Angela got our fans.
Poor Angela. I wish they leave Angela alone.
Me too, actually. I wish they would. Like that was, ooh, what did you think about Portia saying she would screw that man?
I think Portia is a low down, dirty. What did she say to Drew? You are low down and dirty. No, Portia, that's you. You know who Portia reminds me of? The Devil's Advocate. Remember when they get in the elevator and they faces, they're like supposed to be all beautiful and stuff, and they're having all this fun at the
Yeah.
party, and they
Oh
get
my
in the
gosh.
elevator and they
And the
turn into
reflection
like
is, yeah,
demons. That's Portia to me.
yeah. She's
Who
doing a
says
full-on
that out
glamour.
loud?
She did.
Good. Shell said, I'm actually glad she said that. She's digging her own grave. Yes. It's not
Yeah,
coming off as she thought it would. She's not.
right.
First of
It's
all,
not
I feel
giving.
like she's doing her best impersonation of Nene up there in the confessional. And it's not, you don't read like Nene. You don't get the girls together like Nene. You're just not that girl like Nene. You could never
Mm-mm,
be Nene.
mm-mm.
And you, I think that was disgraceful for her to say that. And then
Yes.
for the girls around her to think that that was even cute or funny. Of course,
Right?
Brit's going to think it is, but like Shamia, you're married. Kelly, you are going through divorce, but as a wife, you should have a problem with that. You were the one
And I
who
thought
asked.
Kelly did have a freaking problem with it, which is why she asked Portia the question in the first place, is because she didn't do Ures.
Exactly, but now it's all fun because y'all picking on Angela.
Hmm.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Not one bit, not
Shamia
one
is a good
iota. And I
girl.
love that Angela was like, I'm not gonna play fake with you.
I like that too. Everyone wants to be friends with the mean girl. This is the thing, right? About the mean girl. Portia is not even a good mean girl. Like
Hmm.
the attitude she was giving Drew at the table. Tell her why you're mad, or at least have your minions do stuff. Like Kyle is the perfect mean girl because you don't even know Kyle's being mean to you. That's why
Right.
probably Garcelle walked off that stage like that because when she asked Kyle, "Wait, did you ask me that just to What did she ask her? Did you meet with me off camera just so you could whatever, whatever, whatever?" It just dawned on her that Kyle was playing her. This whole
Yeah.
time, you don't even know that these bitches don't like you. That's a mean girl. Portia is cosplaying as a mean girl, and she's not even good at it. Y'all at the table like,
Right.
we good. Portia, you don't even act like that, first of all. But okay. Good night, Ali.
Duolingo.
What is Duolingo?
I don't know. Is it like Rosetta Stone? It sounds like it might help a person learn to be a dual linguist,
I heard something in
perhaps.
the news about Duolingo.
I don't know. What is it, Allie? I don't know.
More power to you, girl.
Self-enrichment is beautiful. Yeah. Oh, she is a mean girl. You know,
She
because
is
her
a mean
acting
girl,
isn't good.
but she's not a good mean girl.
Right. And her acting isn't good. When she was trying to be, she copies everything Shamia does, I've been saying. Everything Shamia does.
Like
Shamia
what?
got an African, she want an African. Shamia got a big house, she's squatting in a big house. Shamia in a Rolls Royce, she's driving around in that man's Rolls Royce. Okay. And now Shamia started the episode with a horrible phone call that left her upset. And Portia ends the episode with a phone call that had her upset. Just like get your own life together, lady.
It's just like I'm not. I'm not entertained.
Not at all. And you know, she had the nerve to say today, somebody
What?
went in her comments and they were like, oh, you are not given this season. This is not, what we wanted to see. Like, you're not given. And she's like, oh, well, you need to subscribe to my YouTube because you get the real me over there.
Girl, nobody want to hear that bullshit. Big business. Go ahead, Ali. She said she going to Japan. She need to learn the native tongue.
You a
Girl, don't
mean
nobody want to
girl.
watch your YouTube portion. You ain't even saying nothing on YouTube like that. At least Dr. Heavenly give up this, the real
Yeah.
tea. You playing around on YouTube too. And why are you on YouTube, Portia?
Because she can't film in the house of specifically Bravo and NBC. So now she can have fun and she doesn't have to act all butt hurt because you can't show the house she's squatting in on TV, but you can show it all. She had Dennis up in the house making hot dogs and
In
doing
Simon's house?
mukbangs. Yeah, they did a hot dog mukbang
It's
in her
so pathetic.
recent
That is
video,
so fucking pathetic to me.
isn't it?
Like, yes. You squatting in this man's house while he's in ICE
Squatting.
with your baby father making hot dogs on YouTube.
Yes.
You are
Talking
not in
about
charge of
come
the
see
girl.
me here. Come see me here while she gets paid to be on TV. I hope Bravo's watching.
Oh, yeah. And get her out of here. That's
Did
such
you
a
see,
fall from grace. Well,
right?
I don't know if it was ever graceful to begin with. She said literally squatting on that hot dog.
Try to make another baby.
Um, I don't know. Do we think the government is going to take Simon's house once he's deported? I could only hope they do. But because
They
she's
can't.
his wife, why can't they?
So just because you're deported doesn't mean you can't own real estate in the United States of America, just like they have lots of different types of foreign investors. And because the crimes that he did had nothing to do with his holdings and they're legitimate, they remain in his name. And so now that they're waiting for him to come back to, I think they're having another hearing in like June or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
at
know
that
all shit.
hearing, they'll be able to determine whether or not the prenup should be upheld because that is the reason for the holdup in the divorce, because that will be able to say who's going to get what based off of the prenup, right? So, of course, Simon is fighting it because he's like, we were just on jet skis, bitch. And now I'm getting divorce papers. Like he was shocked. He was gobsmacked, you guys. And so he's like, not today, Satan. You're not about to get my house. So um, that was part of how he got deported, per the reports from specifically over at the ATL. And she was saying that he had requested an in-person court,
What a fool.
flew in for court, and that's how ICE got his
Good,
ass.
good, good, good. Cause how dare you play? You already snuck back in this country illegally, and you gonna come to request an in-person hearing?
Yeah, yeah, I do hear that. I'm sorry. No, I don't have any other tabs open, but
I just have
I
my
can go out.
StreamYard open, but it's
No,
let me
it's only
see.
when I talk, I think.
Let me mute this. Is it? Can you still hear it now? I thought Simon used
It's
a fake name. Yeah, he already got deported once.
Right.
and
So he got
sued
deported for the
and
fake name thing.
charged for crimes.
He got
So
deported for that, but Simon Gobadia really is his name this time. And the house isn't fraud. He would literally is like it says in the court documents, he had to turn over certain things. And he's like worth 300 million or some shit like that. He's a very rich man. And that's why Portia doesn't want to stay in a house that's gonna get like that's not real. She knows it's real. She's trying to say that she's mad because he didn't tell her about his citizenship status, you know?
I heard that
What are you doing down here, mama?
Tisa Tell said that Simon was getting Portia to pay for. He paid for the house. He tied up his money in that house, like a lot of his money, so Portia can pay for everything. Hey, girlfriends, unlimited, unfiltered. I know it's late. I'm starting my weekend on Thursday. I start my weekends on Thursday. Um, he paid for that house, tied up his money in that house, so he didn't have to pay for anything. So Portia put out a lot of money effing with him, like for the wedding, like all of those dresses. Like
He
he,
paid $2 million out of his pocket for the wedding.
do you have proof of that? Because Tisa tells you to do these deep dives about Simon,
Hmm.
and his businesses and stuff. Like back when she first started out, not she's. I know she's different now today. People have a lot of issues with her now, but back then she was on it. She has the whole timeline of when they really got together, and she
I
shows
saw
proof.
those and they were disputed by none other than Michelle Atalians, and that's who I go with is Michelle Atalian only
I
because
believe it, even because
she
like
shows up.
Portia,
She was at the like freaking actual court.
the tattoo that Portia had on her neck doesn't
Uh-huh.
align with when they say they got together. The outfits and then them being at the hotel. What is it? The Ritz? Not the Ritz Carlton. Was it the Ritz Carlton? Whatever the Four Seasons, whatever hotel they was at, they were taking it. I listen. I believe it because I saw it. I saw the proof with my own two eyes. But she also said that this is speculation. I'm not saying this is. I'm not standing on this, but she said that Simon had tied his money up in that house and had Portia paying for a lot of stuff. I don't know
Well,
how
part
true it
of
is,
what
but
she
it would make
just
sense
said,
to me why Portia holding on so tight to this house.
well, part of what she just said in court recently was that she doesn't know who to pay the mortgage to, and but she thinks it's going into foreclosure because the mortgage hasn't been paid.
What a fool.
And per the
Portia,
documents,
why isn't the house in your name too? Why isn't your name? And Tisa said that in the beginning too, and I'm like, why isn't your name on the freaking mortgage too? Are you
it's
really this
not.
dumb?
It's
Are you
not.
really this fucking dumb, Portia?
There's 200 days in a year in Portia's head. Portia's daughter told her that it's okay, mommy, you can ask me questions because she knows her mother doesn't know nothing.
Like, you don't know how to pay the mortgage? There's no mail coming to the house?
That's what
You
I'm
can't look
saying.
up.
Like,
Girl, I know how to do a deed search. You can look. You can't find out. You can't go down to City Hall and see who owns. Look at the deed and see the bank and get in contact with the bank. And at least if you can show the judge that you paying for the goddamn house, that you can you have rights to stay there.
right? That would have been a good play. But she said she don't even know who to pay it to, allegedly, per the court
Ooh,
documents.
Ali said he's gonna pay Trump that $5 million to get that gold card citizen. I
He
believe
could.
it.
He could. And then what's she gonna do? Then what Portia gonna do then? Are you looking forward to Phaedra's return next week? Is
No,
it next week? Me neither.
because I feel like it's as much as I don't hate Phaedra, and I was on her side with the whole Candy allegations because I think they're true. Um, but I think Phaedra is only going to embolden Portia's bullshit with the whole freaking frack shtick. Um,
Mhm.
Portia is really a mean. She is wicked in the biblical sense. Like
Mm.
that's who Portia is to me. I think she's very jealous of Angela Oakley. I feel like she looks at Angela, whatever they have to say about Angela's nose. Angela is a beautiful girl.
She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. Portia, I want to see you without your makeup, without your lash. I just want to see you without your makeup. Because I
Yeah.
did see you one time without your makeup, and you look like one of the girls from around Carlisle Street. And if you're from Philly, you know what the fuck that means, okay?
Is
You
that the
look like
stroll?
it's
Is that the
just
stroll?
it's just dusty, run of the mill, just basic, just Carlisle Street is where the pimps and players meet. Like I don't know how to say it. It's just like just regular, degular, schmegular. Like it's like
Yeah.
Carlisle Street, like below average. Like
Uh-huh.
anywhere in Carlisle and Philly is like, what's going on over here? You know?
Right.
And I believe that even from back when, the way she used to treat her fucking sister Lauren. But as the
Dirty
story goes
period.
on, you learn that her mother was possibly the side bitch, and the father, Lauren, grew up with her dad, and Portia didn't. So Portia's getting this payback. I was on Alexander Rogers' channel earlier this morning, and somebody was saying something about Portia being Hosea Williams. That's her father's family. Portia does
Right.
not know shit about the Underground Railroad, how many days in a year, stuff like that. She does not. She is a very poor representation of Hosea Feed the Hungry. She ain't said shit about feeding the hungry since that episode. And I remember when they were on that trip, when she had her show, um, the dad's side of the family was looking at that hoe like she was crazy.
Right.
Lauren's mom was the side chick. Oh,
Oh. So
Carlisle
she
Street.
married Portia's daddy?
Wait, Girlfriends Unlimited. Carlisle Street, aka is dirty. Period.
Dirty
Thank you,
period.
Girlfriends Unlimited.
Are you saying like brown blood? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sure.
Carlisle Street is just dirty. Like, where the
Yeah.
dirty people at? So, like, Portia, why her makeup look like she's from Carlisle Street? Like, just like real project-ish. Like,
Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with whoever who said that where the okay, DGF 627
what you
earlier
say?
said Portia needs to settle down for PJ's sake. And I mentioned the same thing about
With
Portia
who?
and Kenya, that I feel like they both need to kind of rethink how they're approaching certain things because for their daughter's sake.
As Alex would
So,
say, they're both hateful harpies. What? Who
harpies.
would port? Let's go to Kenya. I have a love hate relationship with Kenya. And as much as I don't care about what Kenya did to Britt Edie,
Hmm.
um, I do think that all of the mean shit that she's done over the years, what happened to her was karma. And if you believe him, if you hate Kenya, you could consider it poetic justice. She's been
Right.
torturing people since she got on this damn show,
Yeah.
and like what she did to Kim Fields, I don't like bullies. Sometimes I like bullies, but I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies like in the real sense of the word. Like
Hmm.
picking on like Kim Fields. I didn't like that.
Right.
Because you just
And
saw like a weak
see,
spot, and you just like even like with Dorit and Sutton, I felt at a certain point it was bullying because she's not even fighting you back, Dorit. Enough,
right.
okay?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
get it. And like what she's
We
getting
get it.
back is
You're
karma.
mean.
Exactly. Same things happened to her with her and PK. He
Yeah.
found PK is very intentional. He found a younger. I didn't think it was possible to find someone skinnier than Dorit, but her bones were sticking out more than Dorit. Younger, skinnier, childless
That's what I
version of
said. I
Dorit.
said he was going to go get a childless Dorit. I knew he would. I know it's the kids. But
It's
also
Dorit.
somebody is speculating that he did it to trigger that pre-10-year thing so she doesn't get half. But now they're saying that because he's so heavily tied into debt with Boy George and over leveraging his management equity in Boy George, that she would only be getting half of his debt, which is plentiful.
Wait, say that last part over.
So You know how he manages Boy George?
Mhm.
Boy George has like whatever he has, his whole legacy, right?
Right.
So
I'm gonna go
allegedly,
take my rice back.
PK has over leveraged his equity as manager position for Boy George, where there's debt involved in that relationship.
Mm.
So if the community property thing is triggered in the divorce, which they said at the reunion something about 10 years, but we're in California, and I thought it was just off top. On taxes, it's off top. You in
Mhm.
a community state on these taxes, believe it, you know? So, but for
Boy George. Oh wait, did my mic go out or did yours go out? I think I can't hear
for
you.
her to for
Okay.
her to trigger a divorce action prior to a 10-year mark. I don't know if that has to do with their prenup, even more so than community state, community state. Um, so, but yeah, he over leveraged
So
something and
basically,
there's
she's
massive debt.
inheriting debt.
Right. She's not gonna get millions either. And same with Kyle, how Kathy Hilton was saying, oh, Maurice we got no money. She not gonna get no. Yeah. So they don't have the money that on in liquid.
Mm. Ain't it? But Dorit, I feel like, girl, you better go put your freakum dress on and do like what's her name on Miami, Lisa, and go get you a Jody for the time being. Fuck
Right?
PK.
Right? Go get a Jody.
Boy George is doing voiceovers for ways he is not
Yeah, he's
pulling
not
money
pulling
like
money
that.
like that. He's not. And he still has, like, I guess, whatever he has, what PK had access to. I just read about it this morning. It's over leveraged to the degree where it's going to affect any settlement of the divorce, in
PK
addition
strikes
to
me
whatever else he
as
has going
the
on.
type of person he has money, but Dorit will never get her hands on it. It's
Yeah.
on paper, he's broke, he's this, that, and the third, but he's got money and shell companies and
Uh-huh.
wherever. He does not give me. He gives me
Broke,
Erica
broke.
Jane. He's playing a role like I'm just
Hmm.
so broke.
Erica's going to court in June.
Good. She needs to.
Yeah. And I don't know how the number for because attorney Ronald Richards had originally reported that it was like 20 to 25 million dollars on the American Express card that only Erica had access to. And now they've lowered it to like 14 million. That's a huge jump, but he actually showed the paperwork to add up to the 20 something million. And it was charges over a vast amount of time. And
I
do you
believe that's how she was washing a lot of her money because she was
yeah,
paying people obscene amount of money, like Lisa Rinna, her makeup people, just these
uh-huh.
random people who are her friends.
But you
300,000
know what
here,
she also did
150,000 here.
is she was known for using the American Express was her only thing. And she even mentioned that, oh, I don't even have cash. I just use a card. She mentioned that before.
But you
And
But you know, right? American Express got to be paid in full. So
right, gotta be
when you
paid in
get your
full
bill,
monthly.
if you done racked
But
up
they
2 million or 20 million, you got to pay it. But if I go open up an LLC, it don't even have to be an LLC. If I go open a company and get a swipe and a business account, you can send me $300,000 from the Amex. I can make a charge up. You can send me
yeah,
the money. Amex pays me, boom, that's a legal transaction. I have $300,000 I'm now holding for you, and now you
yeah,
can give that to me now. And it gets
right.
paid through paying the bills. What's his face? Tom paid the bill, and that's how she gets her money in the end.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree. I think that's how she was. I because she's not struggling right now.
No, and I don't
It
see
doesn't
them in
seem
that
to.
dumbass pool house. Listen, when they first showed the pool house, when I saw cars parked like right outside a few feet from the house, I knew she didn't live there.
Mhm.
Just for safety reasons alone.
Right. Like she's gonna live there. Right, right.
Oh Dorit, what are you gonna do, Dorit? But I think Shelb said something like the real tea isn't even on the show. And that is my issue with Dorit because I feel like she puts on a lot of smoke and mirrors, this fake beef with Sutton. So we
Yeah.
don't get into the real tea. Everybody wants to keep harping on Morgan. The real story is with you, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think. I'm going to go on mute.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Dorito is too much. PK, I do feel like he does have a lot of debt, but you know, rich people, you can tell how rich a person is by the amount of debt they have. Have you ever heard that saying? So like if somebody tells you they're a millionaire and only has like $10,000 in debt, then obviously they're not a millionaire because the debt is sometimes it's going to be higher. So, like, you know, people are jumping over $34 million in debt these days. Not saying that that's good or bad, but so Amex also during the time that she had the card, she would tell specifically there's two different designers. There's the Marco Marco that we know about right now. And then previously, though, she did it to this other designer named Richard or Ricardo. And he used to make her outfits. And she had him swipe the Amex. And just like with Marco Marco, they were like, well, what about an invoice? And she was like, oh, no, you don't need that. Just run the card. Just run the card. So she would do like a bulk order where she would have $300,000 worth of stuff made at one time, or, you know, like 20 outfits done at the same time, like a lot of money done at the same time. And all the fabrics, all the sizes, and then she would pay the guy. And then she would wear the outfits. And then he would get a letter from American Express that said the charge was disputed and they would take the money back from his account. And she did that before Marco Marco, you guys, because you guys know the latest story is with Marco Marco is the guy that was making all those Muglieri looking outfits she was wearing during her Erica Jane premiere days on Beverly Hills Housewives.
Mm-hmm.
So he was making it was two people in that designer ship. So they were making these outfits and they were trying to adopt. And they were like, oh, Shishi Tata, let's make it fabulous. They even appeared on the show, I believe, one time. They asked about an invoice.
I know the
I
Marco Marco story.
yeah. So it's the same exact story, but a second time. So that's just how Erica moves. That could explain why it dropped down to 14 million.
Oh yeah.
Because if she's doing that 300,000 here, 200,000 there, over and over and over again, then that could reduce the charge. And from what
You
I'm
know,
hearing,
eh,
I don't have a black card, but if you do, they don't even ask you no questions, y'all. It's none of that. Prove it. Ask me twice. None of that. They simply reverse the charge because you've been paying your bill on time this whole time.
right? And if you pay attention to what I said about her washing her money, and I hope everybody knows what that means. Washing the money, you get a bunch of dirty money or drug money, or if you want to, hide the money that you stolen from, airplane victims. That's how you would do it. So maybe Marco Marco was like, "Girl, we ain't giving you this money. Take us to court," because she had them arrested by her Secret Service friends, right?
Well, she did the same thing though, where she contacted American Express after paying them, had the payment withdrawn, and then called her buddies at the Secret Service and had him tied up for 2 years. They lost the adoption. One of their parents died and one of their brothers died, and they were caught up in the freaking facility and missed all of that. And then after Girardi, it was amazing. But after Tom Girardi himself got in all of this trouble, they let the Marcos go. And now Marco's out and they're suing her right now for $750,000.
It should be more, but she already missed the court date, and she cited Teddy was the reason why. I want to read this comment from Ali. She
Okay.
says Amex doesn't do that anymore. They do sort of. Child, Ali got black cards. She going to Japan. Let's see. Amex doesn't do that anymore. They do sort of a thing like dynamic pricing to see what your limit is. They just don't tell you what the limit is. That's why they are able to balloon their debt. What does balloon their debt mean? Um, hold on, I just want to switch phones really quickly. Okay. Hold on. All right, now let me remove her. Okay.
The picture quality on this, whatever you're on, is better than whatever you were on.
It really?
Yeah, it looks like all HD. Do you guys agree? Well, to me it is. I don't know. I have the same
And this
glasses
is
on, but they're
my
sharper.
my Samsung that I always shit on. I hate this phone, but it does seem like it has better quality
And the
picture.
sound too. Yeah, Shelves is like, and
Really?
the sound. Yes, much better.
But I do drop my iPhone a lot, so that problem. But the
I
camera
hate my
should.
iPhone.
I love
I'm
my
sorry,
iPhone. It's faster.
don't give out on me, 11.
Wait a minute. And I'm having technical difficulties with my iPhone. Uh-oh, hold on. This might mess up. Uh-oh. It's
I haven't
not
triggered
letting me.
E-Class yet. I must be in the right corner of the house.
It's
Ooh.
not letting me. Let me do a see, I don't even know how to work this. How do you refresh the screen on here? Oh Lord, I'm messing this whole thing up.
Oh,
Thank
and
you.
she's back.
I can't click
Back.
any of the buttons up below, but I'll just do it on my computer. Let's see. They have a high balance. They were probably paying on time, then stop. Amex is slow with following up with delinquent people and assumed they were going to pay their debt. Okay. Womp womp. Let's
Womp
see. I have
womp.
iPhone. Which one is that? This is the. It might be the 14. It's really
Oh,
heavy.
this is an 11.
I'm scared to get the AI one because the Tesla guy, what's his name? Elon.
Elon.
He was like, I don't want the if Apple puts AI in their phone, I don't want them in my cars. They won't because you cannot connect Apple CarPlay to Tesla at all.
Mhm.
You can't even plug the damn phone in. And he said I don't want it in my buildings, and those Apple phones can't even come in his building. So I was like, what's going on? He knows something we don't. Samsung
Wow.
is known for its picture quality,
So
child.
there's
Okay.
tech discrimination? There's technic discrimination? Really? I didn't know that.
I have
That's
an
a lot.
iPhone and Android, the best of both worlds. It is a sharper image. So yeah, that's well. Usually I stream from this phone.
Yeah, the
This
sound
phone
is
is
great.
wonderful.
The picture quality is wonderful.
Ali said, "I wish I had a black card."
Right?
Laundering through glam. Yup.
Ditto.
Dorit and Erica have run women off the show who could introduce them to men with money, especially someone in the movie business like Crystal's husband, who was
Right?
into that mess. But do you remember when PK was like, "You think I would sleep with you, babe?" Like he knows Erica is trash. Like she is a former stripper from Georgia/Jersey. I don't know how she got from Georgia to Jersey, and she just hit the right lick. Dorit,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her background, but she's from Connecticut, which is affluent. I don't think she's as down and dirty as Erica. She just pretends. Someone was showing scenes from when Dorit.
Oh, that is true, huh? Like
What?
Samsung is good here, but when you actually do the image, you print it, it does have a little grain in it.
Thank you, Wizard. What do you mean? Like print it out on a computer?
Yeah, then it's a little blurrier. Like when you
What
actually
woman of
print.
color was it? Who you? I know you're not talking about no Dorit. I wonder if Tom hired her at the restaurant. Did she say she met him at the restaurant?
Yeah, she was like a waitress or something, right? And she served him lunch.
Yeah.
I
So
wonder, did she like wipe the cream of wheat from his chin?
if you listen to Watch What Crappens, they always make fun. They be like, "Oh, PK ran out of Cheetos." They just make all these like food jokes for PK. Like she just has to feed. Like he's just a slob that she has to like feed all the time.
He was sneaking in those chips that before he left her.
Dorit can put on air. Erica brings yes, I guess sex appeal and conversation. But Erica's really smart though. Like when she goes to those, remember when she was at their dinner? I don't know if they were overseas and she was talking to the Asian woman. Or I don't know if she was Asian about all this just stuff. And Crystal had called her an oracle. Like Erica's really smart. She knows like a lot of
Yeah,
things
she
about a
knows
lot
like
of things.
you know who she reminds me of is damn Cliff at the end of the bar
From
on
Cheers,
Cheers. Yes, you know how he knew something about everything. That's
that's Frazier, right? Is Cliff Frazier? No, Cliff's the ball guy, right?
Cliff was the big one.
Okay,
No,
okay,
wait, was Cliff the postman? Cliff was the postman.
okay.
He's the one that knew something about everything, was the postman. And he used to sit there and talk to, was it Earl, the curly headed guy? I don't know, but I remember Cliff thought he did know something about everything.
So let's see. Miami's coming back. We have Lisa, not Lisa. Well, Lisa's with Jody. Somebody said, it seems like when I play, have y'all seen this Miami? Have y'all seen the Miami trailer? It seems like when I play videos off of Twitter, I don't get copyright hits.
Oh, good.
It just seems like that. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what, Allie? Erica is smart. She can speak to anyone. Most escorts do have that talent.
Well, that will take you much further than Dorit pretending like she's somebody because they have this one clip where Kyle I don't know if she's first meeting with Dorit and she's clocking the accent immediately. And it looks like Dorit's flirting with Mauricio a little bit in this scene. They're all out to dinner. I don't know if Lisa Vanderpump was there as well. But Lisa Vanderpump specifically said, I'm PK's friend. I was
Yeah.
friends with his first wife, even though Dorit was an upgrade. Um, Hotel Love is good. I liked it. I saw it in the trailer. Wasn't good, but I know they'll bring it. The Miami always brings it. Okay, so y'all saw it. I don't need to play it. I like the Love Hotel.
It
Listen,
was
I
cute.
keep it was cute. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
it's must be TV, but I know Luann is going to fuck half the people there. Did you see how
Oh, she
Luann
already
walked away
did.
from the two guys at the beach that she had sitting on the beach? She's like, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And then she was just like,
She said, "Don't leave." She said, "Stay right there."
and she went straight to the bar.
And they watched her go to the bar with like mid walking across the yard. She bumped into another bachelor and was like, "You want to go get a drink?" And then went and sat down with them. And they're like, "She's not coming back. Come on, let's go. She's not coming back." But that's gonna make them want her even more. That's what you do. Luann knows that little game of chase. Like, but also she knows
That's
the
how
game of
men
chase,
are. They don't want you
but
until
she
somebody
loves a good
else wants
pounce.
you.
But she loves a good pounce too. Like
Yes.
she'll pounce on a pirate.
Yes, she will. That's why those girls better watch out. And I want her and Giselle to get into it. Like over a man, that'll be good. That will be good. But it looks like Giselle, Giselle's like me. She like tall, dark, and chocolate, honey. And I
Yeah,
just don't see that there. Maybe she could try something different. Ashley gonna hop on some old white man or somebody.
right.
The black guy, the African black guy likes her. He's like,
Wale.
Ashley, or get
Wale.
out of here.
Yeah. Wale.
Wale. Oh yeah, Wale. That's his name. That's Wale.
Wale. Wale. Yeah. They had some cute guys on there.
But I
But
thought
only
that was
like
weird how
two,
he just from the rip, I want Ashley. Like, why, sir?
because she's young and can bear children.
Or because I think it's because he wants mixed babies.
She's black.
She's mixed.
Well, and she's black. So it's like gonna be 75% black. Is that
He wants mixed
And I
baby.
feel like his Nigerian might make up for a lot of whatever her caucus is having in.
Maybe it'll knock that thing she has for white men out of it.
Capinola.
Uh-oh, Callie's
Yeah,
here. Let's see. I need to
yeah.
find my interlude man, as Ramona used to say. I miss Ramona. I know people hate Ramona, but I miss Ramona and Sonia and Dorinda
Oh, poor
and
Sonia. So
Bethany.
Sonia was on, she has a TikTok, you guys. You guys should check out Sonia's TikTok. Sonia
Oh
Morgan's
my god.
TikTok. You should check it out. She was on a beach the other day, and there was a young boy very nearby, and she was like, I could tell he might be he might have woke up with her. I don't know. I don't know, but I think she might be the same way in real life that she is on the show. She was.
She is. Alice says Luann is soft now. I think Ramona destroyed her confidence. Maybe she's just old and tired. Ram- Ramona is on a collision course to get some D, honey.
Yeah. Well, I don't know
Just
if
nobody
not being on
else's
the show
age
is going
on
to
the
help
show.
her.
Bravo fumbled the bag. Should have bought Pop the Balloon before Netflix. Is anybody even watching Pop the Balloon?
I heard that it's not doing that good. Is it doing great? They love it?
I haven't heard anything else about it.
See, because if I did a bob, that would be cute, but it's still touching me.
How you gonna do a bob with 36
Well,
inches of
because
hair?
when you have locks, they do that thing where like I could take black thread and tuck and make it
Don't do
like
that.
stay
That's too
like
much
that.
hair.
That
That's
is
too much
too
hair.
much. It is so hot.
Just do your boop boopy doop Betty Boop
Yeah, my
thing
little thing.
and have some little tendrils
Yeah.
coming down and put your scarf on. That was a cute look. Do that.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Like almost you could do like a French roll type of thing and have them coming up the top.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could put, well, you probably need a
I need
much
to
bigger
come
clip
to
than this.
Philly and you could do my hair. Look, I'll
I
come to Philly and
will.
do my hair.
Everybody can come to Philly. I will cook for you. I will help you with your hair. I will do your hair, everything.
Yeah.
You can't really see because of my background, but I would like do like kind of a French roll since you have so much hair. It looks like my underarms are so sweaty, but they're not. Um, do a French roll. This shirt is really old. And have them coming out the top like you did, and I would take a scarf like
Mm-hmm.
I got this scarf from Target in the black
Yeah.
section, and it's perfect. It's stretchy. It's got all these
Yeah.
patterns, like these
Yeah.
African patterns,
Ooh.
and
Target in the
it's
black
folded.
section.
They had like this little black section with the black hair care, and I cannot. If I could buy 20 of these, I would. I would take it like this
That is
and
excellent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I need.
make a
'Cause
big.
like I said, I don't want it to touch me
But watch
and I
this
need
bow
it
that
off
I
me.
do to make a regular bow, right? Bow,
Uh-huh.
and because I've already doubled. Wait, this is mirrored. Hold on.
La 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 la. What's happening? Where'd you go? Where did you go? I'm doing that. I'm getting this hair off my freaking neck. Whew. But see, I don't want to really like twist
About
it. I
the
just gather
tongue,
it.
I can't.
Uh-oh, you left again. I just gather it and mush it into like a ball.
I can't click the bottom of. Let me turn it to the side. Let's see if I can get my
And then I
setting.
mush
All right,
into
camera.
this.
It's a mirror. Do I want it mirrored? No. Mirror my camera. Okay. All right.
Well, in real life, is your thing behind your right shoulder or your left?
That teddy bear is over my right shoulder in real life. So I would take this, and because it's already doubled, I would pull these out and make it like really flat,
Oh,
like really, like bunch it up, like pull it all out, and then I would take these. And because this is what I do when I wear my hair natural, and I tuck it in like a nut. Like I have a four-way bow. I take this one,
It looks like a flower.
Yeah, I guess it does. And I would tuck this under, and I would pull it out too, and make it. You get the idea where it's like a
Yeah.
four-way bow, and that'll look good for you because it's big and you have a lot of hair, and
Mhm.
that's what I would do. Get just a really long scarf or cloth and do like that.
Mhm.
Like get into like head wraps, different styles of head wrap. But wait, I think somebody's up here. Hold on.
Thanks for that. I'm gonna go check out those scarves.
Good luck, cause they got got rid of
Well, I
all.
won't be going to Target for it, but I'll look it up on Amazon or something.
And I wish it had a tag on it, but it doesn't. I know I'm the type of person that saves packaging. I hope I save
Mhm.
the packaging for this somewhere because it doesn't even have a tag on it. I can't even tell you who made this scarf.
Well, I love it. It has the right width. You said it's stretchy
Yes.
and it's long because this is just regular one of those two pots. And I just rolled it up like a regular kerchief. And that's why
Mm.
I put it like around my hair.
No, I
And like so
can't
I didn't like
find
well
the
actually I
get.
feel like I pulled it too tight because it feels straight back here. And I tell you, I pulled out 110 rods
Damn.
because each I have 55 blocks on each side of my head. So
Larger. I can't find the guest thing on the computer. Let me see. Because when I press the buttons on here, it's messing. Hold on. Let me see. Callie.
Hey,
Hey,
Callie.
Callie.
hey, I just wanted to tell you that I like your hair.
She put 110 rods in her
110
hair.
I
rods. Yeah.
love it. It's so cute.
And look how like they're like Shirley Temple. Where'd it go?
Oh,
And so I did it on
yeah.
TikTok. I rolled them on TikTok and I unrolled them on TikTok.
How long did it take to dry?
So I did it overnight. So I washed it with the lemon fluff
Okay.
and then I wrapped it in a towel for 3 hours. So it was like just barely damp. And then I rewet the roots, palm twisted, and every palm twist got a curl, and then air
What is a
dried
palm
overnight.
twist? What's a palm twist?
So for when your hair gets to a certain length, you're not going to use the comb. Well, I use it in the front to make it like super
Uh-huh.
laid, but in the back, you just take one of the locks and you section it off and then palm twist,
Oh,
palm twist, palm twist. Some people do fingers, but when they get to a certain length, all you do is a couple palms and you're on to the next. Yeah.
Oh.
So, but no drying. I did not send it to the dryer this time. And I didn't use any setting
so
lotion.
how long
I
did
didn't
it
use
take it to dry in the rods?
overnight. So
Really?
I was finished by
Mm.
3 yesterday. And so from like 3 p.m. yesterday, just had the rods in all night, slept on them, and then got up this morning and took them out by
Thank you,
9:30.
chaotic truth.
Yeah.
My
Yep.
hair,
And then
I'm scared to
Wow.
do rods because it will take my hair forever to dry.
Yeah, I did try once and I it never dried all the way and it got frizzy. But I saw
hmm,
a lady on YouTube and she basically blow dried her hair and just put a little bit of foam
mm,
and it was drying by the time she got dressed. And then she took the rods out.
I'm
yeah, I've
gonna
used
try that
water
this
Yeah.
bottom.
weekend. I'm gonna try that this weekend. I see a lot of people blow dry their hair and then do twist outs and then put like you said, mousse
Mm-hmm.
or whatever product they put in, and it works out really nice. So I was actually gonna one of the things I was gonna try this weekend because I'm not straightening my
Yeah.
hair anymore because
Yeah,
it's
I think you just have to find a foam that doesn't get sticky because there's certain foams for certain things.
Right.
So yeah, I stopped straightening my hair a while ago because every time I would just keep going through the same cycle. It would look good for about a year and then it would start falling out. Then I let it grow back and start straightening again and then, because I think once you keep straightening your hair, it just breaks your hair down.
well,
I
it
still haven't
depends
decided
on
if I'm
what
gonna
you
lock
how
my
you.
real hair or what I'm gonna do with it. So right now I'm just wearing the faux locks. And my hair has grown a
That
lot.
breaks
It's
your hair
really
off.
thick and healthy now because it had got really damaged from that no oils, no butters crap.
Don't leave them in too long. That shit will pull your hair out.
Oh no, I redo them
Look,
like every 3 weeks.
I was drinking that and look in the
Yeah,
bottom
these
of
are the crochet ones. These are not the ones that people have
look
like
at this, look
all
in the
the
bottom
hair
of it.
wrapped around their
Just
hair and
I
all.
don't have a whole lot of
I
No,
don't like
those pull your
when
hair out.
people put all of that tension on their hair.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled my daughter's hair out. Them damn
I tried them. I had to
damn
take them
thing.
down, and I have never paid to get my hair done and taken it down before. It was so heavy, I had to take it out. And I have had braids since I
A
was a
lot of people
kid.
don't know what they're doing. My
Yeah,
girlfriend just had this her hairdresser's version of Bohemian the Bohemian braid thing with the hair out. It was so much hair. It was so heavy. That's not good for our hair. It's just not.
I can say, okay. So here's the thing, and I looked at this for a while, and I was like, nah, it's gonna get tangled. It's probably like cheap looking hair. They actually the crochet locks and braids that they have on Amazon, but you don't crochet them on a cornrow. You actually put your hair through them and kind of like twist your hair into it. That looks better than all the stuff that they doing. And it's not heavy and it's not gonna pull your hair out.
My friend, for her extra locks, she went and got some like curly tendril hair and added that to her locks to make it like boho locks.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out kind of cute. It was actually very cute, but it also kind of looks Cyndi Lauper-ish.
Maybe
Mm.
don't use so much. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this really. I'm gonna try to. I have some ideas on like making different styles with these locks. I just haven't had time.
I'm tender headed, so I can't get braids and all that shit. I'm really tender headed.
You know what? I don't do them that tight because I don't leave them in that long without retwisting my hair.
I
So
can
I
barely get
retwist
my
my
hair
hair just as I
cornrowed
would
to
if
get a
I was
sew
wearing a
in.
twist out, but I just attach the lock to it.
You do what
Like
method,
an
show?
interlock?
Well, essentially, okay. So what I do, I actually start with a little braid and then I twist my hair. So I take the 3 pieces of hair. I take one piece of hair, I slide the lock over it. Then I go ahead and braid my hair a little bit to hold the lock in, and I twist my hair, and then I take the lock and twist it around the twist. And that's it. That's
Mm.
all.
Yeah.
And then when it's time for me to do my hair again, like in like 3 weeks, I just do it over.
Shubs, you got too much hair for that. Shubs has a lot of hair.
Yeah,
And
see, my hair, most
it's
of my hair,
thick.
when I first started wearing my hair like this, my hair was really short because I had to cut most of my hair off because of that stupid no oils, no butters crap. So now most of it's grown back. It's past my shoulders now. But since it's growing, I'm like, I'm gonna just let it grow and be patient and stop doing weird stuff to it because this isn't damaging my hair. And so I'm like, okay, I might think of some different styles to do with these locks, but so far it's definitely not pulling my hair out. They're really light.
Right.
And they don't have that cheap shiny look. You know how sometimes you have people with the faux locks and they have that cheap shiny look? These don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them Africans will pull your hair out. They'll pull your edges out and everything.
You know, I'm not
Well,
trying to be
I don't
mean.
just, your baby hairs aren't supposed to be braided.
Yeah, I've
No.
seen people at those braiding shops, and I could not imagine getting my hair braided that way. Because, you know, my dad's always lived here in LA. Like in LA, people have always worn braids. So I could always find somebody here to braid my hair until I figure out how to braid it myself.
Yeah.
But I could not imagine they be having those people, and it looked like they braided so tight, like 3 people on their head. And that is so strange to me. I'm like, what is going on? I could not imagine letting anybody braid my hair like that. But I
They're
have
doing
heard a
that
lot of
shit
people
on
say that their
purpose.
hair is
I used to
pulled
take
out.
my daughter to get her hair braided, and I would sit there and tell them, do not braid her edges like that. You know how, like, when Beyonce, what was that thing she did with Oprah? She had braids, she was sitting on the couch, and her edges were not braided all. Like she had her baby hair out and it was a little curly, but she didn't have her baby hair braided up. And I would try to tell them, don't braid her hair up. And they would still find a way to snatch every little hair
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
she had,
Yeah, I don't
to the
twist
point where
my
I still have
edges
pictures
into this.
where her scalp, where like the hair was coming out and it was causing like pimples and her scalp was like
The follicle.
inflamed and
Yeah.
pushed out. And I went back the next day, told her, take it the fuck out. And I was like, do it over at the time. But then I was like, don't even do it. And they wanted to play with me about giving me my money back. I reported their asses and they was gone within a few months.
Right.
They do that on purpose. They got 24-hour braiding shops in New York.
I bet.
I saw that somewhere else in like Texas. They had like a 24-hour
What?
weed spot.
I
We
think.
have weed bars here in Philly where you can go get a weed, like you get like a sew-in weed for like a cheap price. It's called the Weave Bar. You know, like the stylists now, they charging $200 and $300 and $400 to sew the shit in there, even wash your hair. But you can get it like a sew-in for like $65 at the Weave Bar. They just don't style it. If you want it styled, they pay extra. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
The
But you know what? I learned how to do my hair in high school. When I was in high school, I could do a sew-in. Like I learned how to. When I was spending money to get my hair done, it was just because I liked the luxury of getting my hair done. But you know what? My hair was not growing. Like it just wasn't. And I'm at the point
because shows people be having to work. New York, nothing ever closes, first of all.
I don't know if
And
I'm ever
people
gonna
have
go
all
back
times of
to
schedules.
getting my
So
hair done.
they go 24. Like if I'm the type of person that would be in the middle of the night, get my hair done. Because I don't want to be around people. I want to be in and out. I want to sit right down. I want to get my hair done. I would love to be able to get my hair done 2:00 in the morning when nobody else is there.
Wow. I mean, it makes sense. I just never heard of it. But to be honest, the only time I was really getting my hair done frequently is when I was wearing my curly cut. And I was getting nowhere with that and spending a lot of money.
So
Uh-oh,
we're
sorry,
talking about
guys.
Miami. We're talking about Portia stink ass. Who else?
Portia is problematic, ain't she?
She's more than problematic.
I wanted to call her a Jezebel, but when
She
I
is
went
a
on
Jezebel.
ChatGPT,
Oh,
ChatGPT actually reminded me that not only is it specifically racially charged against Black women, but it also isn't as much as hypersexual as what I was thinking it was, as a control freak manipulator.
yeah.
So while she is that, I was thinking that Jezebel had to do with being a whore, or a slut or an adulterer
Oh yeah.
or something like that. And I'm not
I
even
just thought
into
it was like
switching.
not like a, not necessarily like a slut, but like a loose woman with no morals
No
and like a
morals.
wicked person who will
Yeah.
use her feminine
She's
wiles
more
to do wicked things to people, like
right.
destroy lives and steal
She's more,
husbands and you know.
she's like a floozy.
You know, Portia to me is kind of, I've seen women that have grown up in religion be like Portia though. They're very obsessed with being married and loose. I don't know which other way to put it, but just loose, And I
Yeah.
honestly think there's some
But was there?
correlation between that and church.
I don't think she grew up in the church. I think because her daddy grew up with Lauren and not Portia. I don't think Portia was
No,
around
Portia
for.
was preaching at one point.
Was she?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
that's
she
why
said
a
something about the
lot of
gays.
gay people do not like her because she was preaching against homosexuality. Yes, there's
Why
actually a
doesn't she
video of her.
Why doesn't she feed the hungry anymore?
You know what? I think that her aunt, who's in charge of the foundation, felt like it was a bad look. So if she does do it, they probably don't want her to film. Because you saw the way that she presented herself on that show. I'm pretty sure her aunt was not happy with that.
I wouldn't want her to be affiliated with our family charity. They say
Yeah.
it's like a big thing down there, so I wouldn't have Portia anywhere near Hosea Feed the Hungry or whatever it's called. Hosea Williams. He was like a big civil rights activist, and you have your whole daughter Portia just out here running amok.
But not only is she a hoe, she's like weirdly obsessed with being married. It's like these two contradictory things. It's very odd.
Well,
Uh,
that's probably the church girl in her
yeah.
wanting to be married.
I don't know, but I couldn't. Well, you know what? I just couldn't. First of all, to me, watching the show, I guess because I don't feel the story with Drew is real. I don't see what Angela did to her for her to have that type of issue with Angela. And I
She
didn't even
wants
like when she
Charles.
cussed at her.
She
I didn't
feels
like it.
like she
If I was
looks the
Angela,
way
she would
she
be like,
does, and she thinks that she is the perfect specimen, every man's wet dream, and she feels like she looks better than Angela. And she
hmm.
whatever is just better than Angela, period. And she feels like she should have a man like Charles and not Angela. Same thing with Fallon.
But
But
okay, now Charles is not bad looking. He's just an older man. But none of these men are kind of like the men where I would think that women would be like, oh, wow, I wish, you know what I mean? Like, none of these men are. So
Right.
that's why I'm like, okay, Portia, you is weird.
she ain't got nothing to show. Her life is in shambles, Wizard. He says Portia doesn't show much of her life. She don't give a damn about Pilar because
Oh,
when she was running around with Simon, where was Pilar at? Okay, so Pilar stayed with Lauren or her mama or whoever, wherever. She don't seem
Well,
like
I
she
was with
cared.
them on a lot of those trips. You know what? So
mm-hmm.
were Simon's other four children who were minors under 18. And that's
Mm.
the other messed up part is that they were all living in that house she's squatting in as a family. And she went allegedly with Mama Diane with guns drawn allegedly and was like, get out this house. We here now. We the captain of the ship now. And it made them get out. So that's part of why she said she's not talking to Simon was because he brought Mama Diane into it and but the maid allegedly is the one that said everything because the maid was the one that said she came there like that. He wasn't there when it happened.
Well,
Allegedly.
one thing I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think Simon's grasping at straws, and I think she gonna get that house. Now, whether or not she might not be able to keep it, but the stuff that he's talking about, that's a technicality. Oh, it was 3 days before the 13 months, and
But she
Simon,
did.
no, yeah, because you should have never signed the prenuptial agreement. I'm sorry, I would never sign something like that.
Ali
It's
said
crazy.
Portia fought Dennis because he brought a girl on a trip. She embarrassed her father's side of the family that day. They was looking at Portia like she was crazy.
She looks
Portia want
crazy.
Charles to get close to Michael Jordan. Portia will run through all of them. Or maybe she just uses marriage to mask her promiscuity. Yeah, because didn't Simon say she was cheating? Portia dropped on
Mm-mm.
at Portia
Didn't
dropped
he?
on
I
off
swear you're
at
right.
Dennis's for the middle of the night to catch a private flight out of the blue. I guess
Didn't
Pilar.
Simon, didn't he want to subpoena? Yeah, he did want to subpoena somebody with a penis, talking about
Oh
she was
yeah, it
spending
was
time with
some
him.
guy, huh?
Some guy, yeah, and I think he was famous-ish.
But
Damn, was it
I think it turned out she
was
didn't
it
know him.
Future? No, it wasn't Future the rapper. Look, let me
Yeah, I
stop.
think
No,
it
it
turns
wasn't
out
that.
they didn't even know each other. I think
Yeah.
it was BS. It was something. Simon signed a prenuptial agreement that he should not have signed, and now he's trying to wiggle out of it.
Mm.
Well, he's definitely tying up. So, from what I understand of the prenup, she was allowed upon divorce to be able to remain in the marital home for up to 2 years. And after that time, he could sell it and she would be able to get half the equity. And now that she cannot film in the house per the cease and desist that he sent to Bravo and Truly and NBC and whoever else, she can't film in the house, right? So with
I
that
thought
being
that
off,
got overturned toward the end of filming.
no.
It
That's why
didn't?
she can only film in the house on her YouTube channel, Callie.
No, I thought it was toward the end, like they had almost wrapped the season by the time
No,
it was,
they just went to
so what
court
was
for
the
that
point?
this week, and she still cannot film in that house.
Really?
And her 2 years is almost
Ah,
up. Look at God, because she's been fighting this whole year. 1 year is already up. We're going into year 2. We are technically in, because she filed for divorce last year, right? So we're going into year 2. So the 2 years she was going to get to have access to the house. And
access to the money.
yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of access to the money, did you see that Sweet and Sour is doing a do-over of Married to Medicine on her YouTube channel with doctors and doctors' wives, and she's calling it Married to Medicine, Doctors' Wives?
What do you mean? I'm confused.
I
What
think
do you mean a
Bravo might be
do-over?
too. She said, we don't get enough medicine on this show, and it's not going in the right direction, and they don't even really highlight the things. And so I have a group of friends, and we're going to highlight real doctors and real doctors' wives, and they got together and have meetings and put on a show. And I'm like, isn't there some kind of non-compete clause where not only can you not take the name of the show that you on and the concept of the show that you on, but then take it to another platform? Is she allowed to do that, you guys?
I don't
No,
know. It depends
no.
on,
She did. Look at her YouTube channel. It's up there right now. I think somebody should tag Bravo.
yeah, I don't know. It depends. I guess it depends on how they have their non-complete P calls set up. But I feel like with Portia, because she keeps saying, I'm an influencer, I'm an influencer. And I'm like, Portia, you should have been set yourself up to be an influencer. Because what if NBC says, you know what, we're cutting the housewives? Like the ratings aren't there anymore. It's costing too much. We're getting rid of it. You know what I mean? Like that show is not guaranteed to be there. And I feel like at this point for you to just now be trying to set yourself up to be an influencer, it's like, girl, what?
I
She
wonder
thought
how much her hair and her sheets make money though, right?
no.
I don't know.
Ain't nobody buying go naked hair. Ain't nobody buying no damn sheets from Portia. So
I
let's
don't
Because
stop.
those sheets would make you be a whore.
well, as far as the Go
Exactly. They
Naked
should be
Hair, she
called
doesn't have enough
Jezebel.
inventory
Jezebel.
to
Jezebel sheets.
Jezebel.
yeah. But not only that, with the Go Naked Hair, the couple of times that I went to her site, it was sold out. Like she doesn't have real inventory to even make enough money. She doesn't have enough product.
She too busy trying to fuck somebody's husband. And Charles
Mm.
don't want you.
Charles don't. He
But
know
why
he
would
can't
you
keep. I
even
think
be
Charles
thinking
does it
about
because he
something
know
like
he
that?
can't keep up.
Girl,
I
she's
think that's
sick.
really what it is. I don't think
What'd you
Charles
say,
knows.
D? What'd you say, Larger?
I said I think Charles might be scared he can't keep up.
I don't think he will want a woman like Portia. At the end of the day,
I don't think
Portia
that's
is still ran through. She is like nobody of stature will want to marry her. She would have to find
Or
somebody like
get
Britt
turned into
Edie's husband.
housewives. Just because she been ran through like she was driving at Popeye's Chicken don't mean somebody won't love her.
No, I said somebody of stature. She can marry somebody like Britt Edie's husband. Somebody like that to marry her, but
no,
like
she can
she
have to
ain't
find
pulling a big
somebody
name.
who thinks that they're gonna save her from her whorish ways. Like she has to find that type of man that thinks that he's
Like
going
She's
to
gonna
literally
marry
save
save
a
her.
man
her.
that's
You
trash
know what I mean?
who's driven by his sexual desire, not like someone whole, successful, and of God. Like Portia's still
Mhm.
running around with fishnet cat suits on, shaking her ass wide, busting it wide open for the camera. Like she's still, fucking
You see how
strippers.
these
Or
women
don't nobody
uh,
want Portia.
on that part about how she carries herself, dresses, the booty of it all, right? So as women, Callie, do you have kids?
Mm-mm.
Okay, but still, you're auntie or whatever, right?
Yeah, I got a
So,
bunch of nieces and nephews.
right. So,
Yeah.
and I know that you, Richie, have a daughter. So, but
Yeah.
as a woman, I don't have a daughter, but I have a niece. And I must say that on her page, there's this phenomenon that I'm seeing on her page too, but she's in her 40s. But you also see it with the 20-something IG model ladies where they're like in their thong with their babies at their ass
Mm-hmm.
level, looking at
Mm-hmm.
their clappers. And so Portia has been posting all these Amazon hauls with like, it's like a booty dress. You know how booty shorts are? It's a booty dress where you can see like grabbage on her booty at the dress, but it's a very nice dress. And she's sitting like in front of PJ, like all like this, and I just wonder, just like, are we going too far? Do you think that is impacting our young people's minds? And I feel like, yes, it is. And I feel like it's kind of irresponsible. Like, at least do it in private. Like, don't like do it with their heads like right here is kind of where I'm at. I'm not knocking it. I'm knocking when they do it with these young eyes right in the room on them. What do you guys think?
I think that they feel that the Kardashians got to where they are by behaving this way, so it's okay to do. I honestly think that that's where this is coming from. Nobody's really looking at the type of men that the Kardashians have attracted. They're just
Right.
looking at this money that they've been able to scam by convincing everyone that they were important because they got it right. They got on right when social media first started, and they paid all the blogs to post about them. That's how they got where they are. Like, no one's looking at the actual relationships that they've had, because these men they're trash men, except maybe Travis. I don't know. Time will tell. But other than that, these men are trash. I mean, like the mom, she can even buy a good looking, fine young man. Look, I wish I would pay for somebody that looks like that. Are you kidding me? So I don't think that people are looking at the whole picture. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because
You're right.
even
Wizard's
like
right. I should
Portia,
just let her hoe in peace. But it's just a thought. I'm thinking about the children. Children.
but I
You
don't
know,
think
I
she
mean,
wants
it's not like
anything
we're
more for
smashing
her
in front of
daughter.
kids. So why are we shaking our clappers in front of kids? Like, if you
Oh
wouldn't,
my God. I gotta tell y'all something before I get off of here, because I gotta go to bed in a minute. Pilar basically called her stupid. She called her stupid. She said something to the effect of, "Mommy, you're not smart. Why do you always have to look up stuff? Did you go to college?" So even Pilar is catching on like, what the F?
yeah,
Corey.
she's like, it's okay, mommy. You can ask me the questions. You have me, mom. You can ask me questions.
And then this is what made it worse. First, she was like, "No, I didn't go to college, but I did go to an online college. And online college is a college, you idiot."
Wait, Portia didn't go to college? I thought Portia went to college.
Well, she told the truth on herself to PJ, because she sure did say it was an online college.
Yeah, but if you actually went, you wouldn't have said no. You would have just said yeah, right?
Right.
I thought she went to college.
No, she dropped out. She didn't finish. Marlo has a degree.
What? His daughter, North?
He said
A
something else
mister,
with her
Wait, huh?
like a
recently,
mister
or
as in man?
from before?
Called Northwest a cupcake. What?
He said
Speaking
it.
English.
He said it again, or that was included in his first rant.
Do you guys think Beyonce brought Rumi out because Kanye was talking trash?
No.
No, the song is about Rumi. I actually think she's on the song at the end of the song. See, nobody listens to this album but me.
I'm gonna go find it.
Nobody liked this album. The song is about Rumi. And if I'm not mistaken, Rumi is actually on the song. So I think that was always the plan.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like how
Okay.
they're trying to say Rumi is retarded. Like I don't still understand people.
Yeah, like
I
leave
mean,
the
but if
children
she
alone.
is, so what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I said too. Like, okay, if she is, and what? Now what?
Yeah. So, and if Britt's husband is
But you
bi,
saw how
so
bad
what?
they used to talk about Blue Ivy. So, I mean, I have never seen people call a child ugly so much.
It's
That was
disgusting.
And I'm like,
disgusting.
wow.
Mm-mm.
You know, and to see what she looks like now, it's like
Right.
But Blue Ivy was always a cute little girl, but she looks like a little black girl. And for me personally, I kind of felt like that was why she was being called ugly.
That was exactly why.
Yeah, because I feel like
Yeah.
people are used to looking at
Because
biracial
they take the
children. This is
most
a black
beautiful and lie to
child.
the people and tell us that
Yeah,
it's not people, and then have us trying to have the freaking 613s and stuff or whatever. And but when our melanin was fine along with our blacks, so whatever.
I, I don't know. It's this. I honestly, I feel that we need to go back into being in tribes. And I think that we were in tribes for a reason because we're all very different and we're not the same.
I
And I
get
think
it.
we do a lot of identifying with our enemies because some black
Mm-hmm.
people are our enemies, you know. But we
Mm-hmm.
go, well, yeah, we all black, and it's like,
All
no,
skin
this
folk
person
ain't
is the
kin
enemy.
folk.
Like you can't.
Right, like your girl said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's why
that
we were in tribes in the first place. To be honest with you, the
that makes
idea of
sense.
race was invented by somebody in the 1400s. People, even people in Europe, people were in tribes. And I think if you get with a tribe of people that are like-minded, that have the same values, you
Mhm.
can build something, but you can't build nothing with your enemy.
The more and more I hear certain people talk, I'm like, I don't know about you. I don't think you're in my tribe,
Yeah.
actually.
No, I think some of these people need to go be in another tribe. And I think they're very destructive. And I think that they stop us from building and doing what we need to do to like be productive people.
Mm-hmm. Who's this?
Speaking of Blue, because I was looking for what Kanye said about Blue. This is who Gabor is always comparing Blue Ivy to. Hold on, let me read it. I guess this is Madonna's daughter.
Oh, cool.
I guess he wants Blue Ivy to do all of this. I think this is interesting. I'm going to keep my comments to myself though.
No, I'm not. You notice I'm not saying nothing, right?
Yeah, I'm going to keep
Yeah,
my motherfucking comments to myself.
yeah. You notice I'm not saying nothing.
She look. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
Bless
But
you.
I'm trying to find what Kanye said to
But I also think that in people's mind, I believe that they think Blue Ivy is older than what she actually is. Because I think that Blue Ivy is doing well for a 12 or 13-year-old. The anxiety I had at that age, I would never be able to do that.
Right? She has so much courage.
Yeah. No, I have anxiety problems now, but really at that age, oh my God.
That's beyond what it takes to go on stage at the Apollo. She is like on a different level. Remember the
And then
Apollo? They
especially
used to have to rub the thing.
the way that you're going to be criticized because you're Beyonce's daughter. Woo. Like to have that weight on you.
But she eats.
look at this bald headed bitch talking about Rumi. Hold up. That's kind of the point. She's so cute. Oh my god, Rumi Carter is never beating the autism allegations because she can't. Because she quite literally can't. That's kind of the point. Here's a little crash course in eugenics, anti-blackness, and ableism. What a lot of people don't know about ableism is that it doesn't just apply to disabled people. In fact, you don't have to have a diagnosis at all or a disability at all in order for ableism to impact you. That's kind of the point. And disability is not just informed by having a diagnosis at all, it's informed by normalcy or the ability to act normal. And in a white supremacist society that defines what normal is, it's whatever they say it is. The project of eugenics is not just about eradicating the lesser people like myself, like people with disabilities. It's about attaching disability to marginalized communities in order to slate them for eradication. Now, that's a little strong given I started off the video with a clip of Rumi Carter, but this is the truth. I don't know what Rumi Carter's autism status is. None of us know. None of us know. But that's kind of the point. You don't have to know in order for that ableism to impact you. There's a reason why throughout American history, the implication that Black people are inherently disabled has come up time over time. And that's because you can restrict the rights of disabled people without very many people batting an eye. There's a reason why things like drapetomania or escape slave syndrome became a popular diagnosis, right as institutionalization became. I can't listen to this bullshit. I'm sorry. I cannot.
No, I see what she's saying. What she essentially is trying to say, it doesn't matter
It's
because
actually
people have that
fascinating.
narrative out there, and it's
What
gonna
was she
follow this
saying?
little girl forever.
I can't give
That's
it.
basically
What was she
what
trying
she's
to
saying.
say? Say it one more time.
That it doesn't matter if she is disabled or not. People have created that narrative, and now that's gonna follow her.
The Black community is miserable AF. Kids can't even be kids anymore. Y'all are running with that with what Kanye, that fool, said. Yet North herself did the same thing on the Lion King musical set, and y'all said she was just being a kid. Leave this child the fuck alone, you weirdos.
Yeah.
I just hate that we have all these think pieces and like she was just on stage with her mom at the show. Like, what the fuck are
Malia
you
is
talking about?
hilarious. That's
Like,
so she's disabled. This lady is a disabled activist and she is disabled. And I've seen her on my TikTok, I think, or Instagrams or something, because I don't do X. And she has been around for years as an advocate and a spokesperson to speak on like that perspective as it relates to various hot topics and stuff like that. So I don't feel like she was being malicious. I do feel like she was taking it as an opportunity to discuss the possibility that if somebody was to have a disability and they were using Rumi as an example, that this being in eugenics, the eugenics of it is the assigning of a disability to this young Black girl to by proxy make Blackness a disease. You see what I'm saying? And that you need to eradicate the weakest of the races, right? And so in that eradication, since you can't pick and choose who's going to get on the plane and end up in El Salvador, you have to do what you can to not let that happen. So that's education, and just to understand that the narrative itself is a weapon formed against Blackness, because all races have somebody disabled or able-bodied, or however she put it. I'm not sure what the actual PC term is. I'm from the 70s. Don't get mad. So you know what I'm saying? But she was recognizing that those comments, these hateful comments, and the narrative that Kanye's saying is a weaponization of this group of people being cast in with us. Yeah, it's disgusting.
You know,
Let the kids live.
yeah.
If we're gonna let Portia hoe, we need to let the kids live.
I know that music is very powerful, and that's sometimes when people are fans of artists, they're kind of like under a spell, literally. I don't know why Kanye is still being tolerated. I find him to be a very disturbing person, and I see a lot of red flags.
This is what they want Blue to do. Wear
This
hooker
is
boots.
Madonna's?
No, I don't know who this child is.
It's a 13-year-old drag queen, right?
It says 13-year-old drag queen performs. And I'm sorry, 13-year-old. I guess a 13-year-old can be a drag queen. I guess.
if you buy the dress and shoes.
I guess this is what Gabor wants Blue to do.
You know what I think is going on with Blue? I think her mom and dad are saying you are 12 and you can't be doing all of that, so you need to pull it back.
Right,
Yeah.
because
see,
And
Beyonce won't even put
that's
her in
happening
tight
with her.
clothes. If you
Yeah.
pay
I would've
attention,
gotta, how many, raise your hand, put your finger up, if you have a grandma or somebody in your family that would have said, go sit your fast ass down.
Yeah.
I sent her just scrubbed the internet of the video. You sent it on Twitter?
Yeah, so
I
I
don't
think
think
that's
this
what's
is,
happening
I
with
don't know.
Blue. I don't think it's so much that she's stiff. I think that her parents are like, you can't be doing all of that. You got to do it like this. You're only
First of
12.
all,
That's what I think.
when first of all, they only dress her in baggy clothes, if you notice. And you only, as Funky Don even says, you only know how to roll your kiki once that thing start getting hot. You know what I'm saying? Once you start using your motherfucking kiki, you don't know. If we go back, if they would let us, I know they would strike me for showing Beyonce performances, but you can see a clear difference. Beyonce really started feeling herself when her and Jay-Z started fucking. Like, you can see it in, I think Deja Vu was the song when they came out with their relationship, but even before then, the whole Beyonce album was about Jay-Z. She just had she was just different, we'll say, than regular Beyonce, even though she was giving it her all and her dad trained them up like that. But, once you get your man, honey, you start rolling your hips a certain type of way.
Is it
You know
wrong
how
to
to arch
say
your
that
back
though,
a certain
Deidre?
type of way.
Well,
Is it
at
wrong
that
to
All right,
age,
say
I'm
that?
going
I
to check
wore
my
baggy
DM.
clothes. I think a lot of girls go through that phase of wearing baggy clothes at that age.
Hey, Deidre. I couldn't stop staring at the forehead. So I didn't hear nothing she said either. I did. Because I thought she was saying so. I'm over the think pieces. Like,
She was over explaining something that was
yes,
really cool. And I
let
actually
her be excited to be on stage with her mama. Like, that's it. And realizing, like, wow, my mom is really fucking famous. And this is what it feels like to be up here. Blue Ivy is all limbs. She reminds me very much of a Detroiter supermodel, Veronica Webb. She's got it like Yolanda. Right, like Blue is all, like you said, all arms and legs. Like, and y'all can call her stiff, but it's going to look stiff. She's not like this little girl rolling on the floor and shit. She ain't got long ass legs and arms. It's different for her. Like,
She's
this
like
little girl.
Aoki too. Aoki was tall and long.
I don't want my daughter doing all this
I'm
split
not
and
cool
shit.
with this. I
Me
mean,
neither.
I'm not going to get into
It's
the
not
drag queen
happening.
part, but I'm not
And
cool
is that
with
a boy or a girl?
That's a boy,
If
I
they
think.
say drag, doesn't that imply that it's a boy dressed up?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
In front
see?
of a bunch of
Let me. I don't know how
grown
to. Let me
men.
check. How do I check my?
Y'all, I'm starting to see a lot of things that are really making me feel like, and I'm not saying that it's just us, but I'm in the Black community, so that's what I'm listening to. That a lot of us don't know right from wrong anymore. And I don't know if it's because,
clearly.
yeah, because even with Kanye, I don't want to hear anything Kanye has to say because people have tried to soften that story. But the article that I read in the LA Times, he was the older cousin. And so somebody like that.
Are we watching child pornography?
I'm about to take that off. So let's listen to this.
Softcore? Was that softcore? Like
Right.
that? I feel like
It was
that
very
was a
strange. And then there were a
13-year-old.
bunch of grown men
All right, let's listen to
standing
this.
there clapping.
Okay, he was
that was very odd.
Speaking about A on Northwest. Okay, he was speaking
low.
about.
But how would they even know they
This was
wanted
Ye
to
on
do that?
Northwest.
Who
Okay,
took
he
them
was
there to know that they wanted to do
speaking
that?
about his kid.
That's just a little girl.
How
Not
did they
knowing
get
what the fuck is
exposed
going
to
on while
that to be
comedians
like,
Is Ye
oh,
exposes
can you
Northwest for
buy
being
me this
dyslexic and
latex
having bowel
outfit
jar?
and take me here?
No, it's something
what's wrong
very
with that?
little girl not knowing what
wrong
the fuck is
there.
going on while comedians is making fucking jokes and they don't know that she's dyslexic and they got her in a fucking corner at the school.
Jay-Z, how old is he?
Then this is a Ye oversharing but having problems with her bowel movements
Oh hell no.
and shit. Literally, and motherfuckers on TV talking, bro.
It's super low.
Someone, dude, he's out again. Kim, he's out again.
It's low.
Get him.
He's
Get him.
saying North is dyslexic
On Northwest.
and she's bowel problems.
Okay, he was yeah, speaking about his
Why
kid.
is he telling everybody that? Somebody
If y'all
about
be
her
quiet, you can hear it.
It says Ye exposes Northwest. Ye on Northwest. Okay, he was yeah, speaking about his kid.
That's just a little girl not knowing what the fuck is going on while
It
comedians.
says Ye exposes Northwest for being dyslexic and having bowel problems. Bro, what's wrong with that?
Little girl not knowing what the fuck is going on while comedians is making fucking jokes, and they don't know that she's dyslexic and they got her in a fucking corner at the school. They don't know that she, and this is a Ye oversharing, but having problems with her bowel movements
Oh hell no.
and shit. Literally, and motherfuckers on TV talking, bro. That's just a little.
Someone, dude, he's out again. Kim, he's out again. Get him. Get him. Dude, I just found out too that Kanye streams, like IRL streams, which is fucking like, what? You're Kanye West. What are you?
So he's talking about his own daughter like that. I'm gonna move her off. That she's dyslexic, like that's gross. We shouldn't even. Let's just move on
Why
from Kanye.
And you know
expose
he's
her
suing
like
the
that? Why
dentist, right?
tell us that?
You know that Kanye's suing the dentist, saying that the dentist got him like hooked on drugs and stuff.
Well, stop taking them, nigga.
Yeah, he shouldn't have put that freaking steel thing on his teeth like that.
No, he only did it so he could get the drugs. Because that's what Michael Jackson started doing toward the end. He would get surgery so he could get drugs.
Oh, bless his heart. That's because nobody believed he was still in pain from where the fire burnt him.
Maybe he should take his cousin's dick out his mouth. Oh, he did. I forgot.
Well, the cousin in jail, so he didn't have a choice.
It was a joke.
Well, and they were till 14. That's like still.
I'm gonna
It's
be
not like.
honest. At
But why would he have
14,
said that? Is he trying to free himself? Was he trying to help people? Was he trying to blow his cousin up? Was he trying to? I don't know. What's the benefit of him telling the world that till he was 14, he gobbled his cousin's peen?
I think he's sick in the head. I mean, we have to look at his overall behavior. I don't believe for 1 second he was telling people that to encourage people to go to therapy if they've been a victim of child abuse. I don't believe that at all.
Right.
I think that he is a sick, dangerous person. And if there is some type of allegation in the future against him, I don't want to hear it because I feel like people did not take that seriously.
That's right.
Most people tried to make a joke of it. They tried to say, "Oh, I don't believe it. He's just saying that for attention." And I'm like, okay, these people are literally under a spell.
It's kind of like that, huh?
Go ahead, Blue. I saw this performance. She did great.
You went to the Cowboy?
No. I just watched it.
Oh, look, Rumi's back. Look at Blue telling her to be quiet. Bitch, turn around.
She's a good big sister.
Do you see Blue's face? Oh,
look, she does she does her big eyes for a mom. That is so cute.
Beyonce ain't worried about no damn Rumi. Rumi is like, Mom, where's my phone?
No, sometimes I'll be wondering, Beyonce, did you even want these other kids? Because she's made some comments that made me look at her kind of.
Yeah, he probably does. Like, it feeds his demon, huh? It feeds Kanye's demon to violate social norms.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think people
out there
try to
tonight.
make this to be some deep expression of art or joke or whatever. Could it just be that he's sick in the head? And like I said, the article that I read, if this is true, he was older than the cousin. So what does that sound like to you?
There.
Wait till she gets fully comfortable with. Look at this dummy.
The dress can't even help her.
That's
Girl,
right. That dress will be doing half the work.
No, let's watch it some more. Watch it some more. Let's watch it again and then watch Blue. Let's see.
What the fuck is
that
this?
just look like a drunk woman up there. Look like somebody drunk auntie.
Is that like a signature thing? Is she doing something? Is
It's
something
the drunk
happening? What
auntie
is
dance.
happening?
If that's what
Oh
she's
wow.
doing.
Is she doing like a circular, like a real quick washing machine thing? Look at you, circle, circle, shake, 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 shake. Ooh, circle, circle, reverse. Swing it, swing it.
I'm telling you, this is the
Okay,
drunk
let me see
auntie
Blue again one
dance.
more time.
This is funny. Wait, let me like this so I can come back to it.
And she gets paid more than her mother. She gets paid more than Blue's mother, you guys.
Yes, her show. She sells out shows left. She makes so much more money than Beyonce.
I would never pay to go see Taylor Swift live. I mean, she has some catchy songs, but she's not a good performer.
Blue got her little back into it.
Hey, hey, oh. That's right, Blue. Okay. She could
I
take
would
that
love
other.
it.
Look at that.
If my mom was Beyonce, she said, she put in her word. She said, I'm going to get up here. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to run around the stage. Wait till it's all said and done. Because you know, like when Beyonce first starts her tours, like she might be a little thick and then she starts losing weight and then she start changing shit up in the show. And by the end of the show, it's just immaculate. Blue is going to be like on the same type of time.
Yeah.
Like this is when she
I
first
think they're
started.
telling Blue to hold it back because she's too young. That's what I think.
Now that she was cutting up right there. That right there, she's cutting
Oh,
up
yeah.
right there. She was grooving.
But you guys know Beyonce is hurt. She can barely walk. Like that's why they had so many
What
props.
happened?
There's a
She
scene
had
with
knee
her.
surgery, and I just think her knee is just not right anymore. They showed the surgery in the video in the show because she had like a montage of like her life, and they showed the knee surgery.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
something
a lot
about
of
her
times she's just standing
meniscus.
there singing,
Something
or
about the
she's sitting
meniscus
on
in her
some
knee
type of
from all the hill
prop.
dancing. Bless her heart. So that's why she has to stand there like Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm. Like a
Basically.
couple of times, like
she
Blue
old.
Ivy
She's
essentially
old now.
danced
We
for
also have
her.
to take into account Beyonce is 40-something years old, regardless how old she told us she was. The age she really is, you know, she old.
No, she's 43. That's right. That's the right
Candy
age.
Johnson. Can't nobody throw fringes like Candy. I'm gonna have to look her up right now. Candy Johnson with a J. Let's see. Is this a famous fringy?
Yeah, the whole show, she was like standing there, or like Blue Ivy would come out and dance like in front of her, or she would be on some type of
Dancing.
prop.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
she only did like a
her.
few moves the whole
Oh,
show.
is she the one in those movies? Is she from the movies? The fringe girl on the beach in the Frankie Avalon and the Elvis Presley and the freaking, is she her? Is that who said that? DGF, go ahead with your bad self. Now I know the movie, but I didn't know the particular name of the person right here. Look at her.
Ooh.
It was her.
Why are we talking about Candy Johnson? I don't have the chat open. My computer went to sleep.
Oh, the fringe on somebody had fringe on their dress.
Oh, the dress.
And she was saying that Taylor was trying to be like Candy Johnson. But I don't think she was. Like, she's trying hard. I love it. Bless her heart.
I don't think that Taylor tries. I think Taylor Swift is good at writing catchy songs like Stevie Nicks is, but she's not a great singer or dancer.
Right. But you
Because
don't
we all
want to
know
end up in
Stevie
her
Nicks
song.
cannot sing. Les does not even try to play that game. You know. But that's I kind of feel like that's what Taylor Swift is like Stevie Nicks' daughter, basically.
Oh, all right. I thought Mariah Carey was trending.
For what? What's she doing?
I think she's
No,
doing
Is she
Mariah
really
the
going out with that
scientist.
guy? She's
Mariah the
going out with
scientist.
somebody. What's his name?
I never heard of him before, but I guess people know who he
What's
is.
his name? You know who I'm talking about, though.
Young
Yeah, I know
Thug.
what you're talking about, but I never heard of him before this. But people act like he's like big, so I don't know.
He is
He
big.
is kind
Yeah,
of.
I guess I
Yeah.
missed his wave.
Yeah. I've heard of him outside of her.
Uh-oh. I want to hear this.
No, there's certain
Hello,
people because I
and
don't
I
like
would
listen
say
to
like
the radio or
I am
anything, so
concerned
it
Anderson
about
Paak.
trying
to
to
my
lose hair
algorithm.
because at the rate that I've been losing hair, I'm gonna be bald in about a week. I started Manjaro about 4 months ago, and I would say like
Why?
maybe the past 3 weeks to a month, I've noticed a dramatic hair loss situation. I'm gonna show you guys a video. If you're triggered by hair, then don't watch this part because it's a lot of hair. But I'm just gonna show you a quick little video of what my hair loss looks like, and this is every day. And you're not even seeing the half of it. I'll show you what it looks like when I brush my hair, when I shower. And it's a lot worse than even looks in these videos because you're only seeing what comes out in the shower and then what comes out
Girl,
before and
just show us
after
the
the
hair.
shower. If I just like go like this, I'm like pulling out like
What is Manjaro, y'all?
of hair.
It's
So
a,
sorry for the
Semi-glutide.
zooming in and the
Ooh, that's
graphic
a lot.
visual, but I really need you guys to understand the depth of the situation. This is everything I brush out of my hair before the shower and everything that comes out during the shower. I don't think it's a direct result of the medication. I think it's a direct result of rapid weight loss because of the medication and not eating enough vitamins, protein, all that kind
Nutrients.
of stuff. I feel like at the beginning of starting this medication, I was just making sure I was eating enough. I wasn't really thinking about like enough protein, enough vitamins, all that kind of stuff. So I think because of that, I have started losing hair. Really been putting an effort into eating more protein, taking more vitamins, and all that kind of stuff. So I bought a few different things to try to not be bald. I'm trying out this new
girl, stop taking Mounjaro. It's for people with diabetes, not for weight loss. Get the weight loss one.
What does she need a weight loss thing for?
Exactly.
Girl, go eat.
Right? What they just need to take prenatals.
I feel like people just want to change themselves. Cause you got some people over here with BBLs, then you got people like her that's about to blow away. I feel like people just want to just alter their bodies.
Shit ain't. None of these girls fat.
No, I just think
Adderall.
that people just like the idea
Ooh,
of being able to
baddies. You
alter
got those
themselves.
baddies, huh?
Actually been singing Roberta Flack again.
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
this
Yeah.
time she's singing Damn Chicago.
No, I saw another video of her
Come
singing.
on, babe, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. It's just a
No.
noisy
This
hall
gotta
where there's
stop.
a nightly brawl and all
She's on the Zempic too.
that's jazz. Okay, someone come get me.
First of all, Ashley, slow down. You need some more puss in it. Like, you gotta watch, like, where the gin is cold and the piano's hot. Like, this is so
Come
white.
on, babe,
I
I
think
know a
she's
whoopee
trolling.
spot where the
She's
gin
like, if
is
Erica
cold
Jane
but
could
the
do it, I could.
piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that.
She's trying to get on She's trying to get a
She's trying
shot
to
in
get somewhere.
Chicago.
Did she
Like,
not get
no,
hired back?
Ashley.
Did
We
she
don't
not
want
get
to see
hired back?
you. She wants, she doesn't have like with tomatoes. She's trying to make up for income she lost with Michael.
Well, she needs to get some
Any and
acting
everything.
roles or something. Ashley cannot sing at all. I don't even think she's trying. I think she's a troll.
Girl, can I show you the craziest thing a nigga has ever done?
Oh Lord.
Is this a personal experience?
This is on here. Little fine shit. I know you a freak. Just hit me up whenever. I guess that's his dick. Then hold up. So you're not gonna reply type shit? She sent a $10 request. Bitch, fuck out of here, dumbass hoe. Fuck out of here. Then he sent her $1,000 request. Dumb hoe. That must be your nigga asshole, dirty bitch. I know you a nasty hoe. Bitch smell like onions and hot dog water. Okay, that escalated.
Hmm?
I don't, what is this? I don't want to read the rest of this. I thought this was gonna be funny.
That's all like, how did we get here? Like, what?
I was just
That took a
scrolling through
turn.
Twitter. Yeah, I really don't care about the rest. He's just talking to himself, unless she deleted her part. Probably. What's going on with Shannon Sharp? Oh, I saw this. I don't know if I know I probably can't play this on
I
what's the
don't think
phrase?
anything is going to happen to Shannon Sharp
I've
because
been
I
saying
already
that.
see people saying he shouldn't be ruined and all of this stuff. And I'm like, it's okay to say that certain things are wrong and you don't want to be associated with that person. Like, do we understand that?
What do you
Shannon
mean?
Sharp is a gross old man.
He
And he
is.
got
He
too
is
many previous charges on him.
What I think
19
all of
is
my
very
likes are
close to
Beyonce.
18 for a 50-year-old. Like that's, I don't know, it's like a preference, you know. But
Uh,
he should have known he was getting set up on those phone calls. That long pause was obviously for him
All
to
right,
say
let's listen
something.
to Dr. Umar. He has to say about it.
You are
oh
not going to
God.
convince me that a 19-year-old OnlyFans model, I don't care if she black, white, brown, yellow, or red, you are not going to convince me that if you offer a 19-year-old OnlyFans model who sells videos of her body for cash apps on the regular, she sells videos and pictures of her body on the internet for cash apps, and she gets offered $10 million to walk away when she only asks for 50 grand. Think about this, Art. She only asks for 50 grand. Shannon Sharp says, I'm going to give you 10 million to walk away. And she says no. Art, do you know of anybody on OnlyFans? Do you know of any 19-year-old teenager who, if offered 10 million to shut up and go away when they only wanted 50 grand, do you know of any 19-year-old girl who is not going to take the 10 million?
Anybody taking 10 million?
Thank you. You on OnlyFans. You making money by selling your body, so you clearly not doing too well in these streets. You get offered 10 million and you turn it down? I believe the NFL power structure, or maybe the white media power structure, or maybe the white podcast power structure. Somebody was jealous of Shannon Sharp's upcoming $100 million contract. Somebody was jealous of Shannon Sharp's upcoming $100 million contract, and they intervened at the level of Tony Busby, or they intervened at the level of Gabriella Azu-Nichols. One or the other. Because ain't no 19-year-old OnlyFans model turning down no 10K. Somebody wanted Shannon Sharp embarrassed. Somebody wanted Shannon Sharp humiliated. Somebody wanted Shannon Sharp's financial future destroyed. But Shannon,
I agree with that. Because if you hear the audio of Matt Barnes where Shaq was looking for dirt on Shannon Sharp and was willing to put down big money on it, it
you are
kind of
not going
aligns
to
with that.
convince me that a 19-year-old OnlyFans.
You know, I kind of don't care because I feel like Shannon Sharp's behavior is so deplorable that I'm like, you get what you get. Like this idea that you should always be able to get away with stuff. I'm not with that.
Get away with? What do you mean get away with?
I feel like a lot of people just want to see him have no consequences because he's black. And no, there are consequences for things you do in life. He chose to be in this weird situation with this girl. So
I don't
whatever
feel
happens to you,
like
happens to
that's
you.
how people think. I feel like a lot of people feel like, Shannon, that's what the fuck you get, okay? You're gonna have to pay her. But at the same time, people can see the bullshit with this bitch.
Completely.
I don't know what's going on, why she didn't take the money, because there would be nobody that could convince me to turn down $10 million. I'm gonna just be real
Right.
with you.
Now you're not getting $10 million
Unless
because
she
the cat's
herself
out the
is being
bag.
blackmailed. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Well, I'm gonna show y'all the video that I'm trying to get to it. That I saw. I hope I don't have too many Beyonce. If I do,
Because you
I'll
know
go
what I
back to
mean?
my
Like, I don't understand
community tab.
how anyone could convince someone to turn down $10 million.
I think I do. Let me see if I retweeted it.
Because she still could have leaked this and just made it look like it didn't come from her. You know?
Yeah,
So that's why I'm
uh-huh.
like, I don't understand why she turned down the money. Unless the offer wasn't legit.
It's a money grab because that's what it's about, is a money grab. And like he said, it's beyond her because who wouldn't her age take that if all you did ask for? That's a very good logical point. That's
Well, it's a
logical to me.
logical point, but I'm trying to understand
Okay, we all
how
knew it was
someone would get her to turn the money down. That's where I'm getting
All right,
lost in
listen.
this whole thing.
I'm taking a risk here.
okay. We all knew it was coming,
I don't know why I keep stopping.
didn't we? We all knew it was coming. Why the hell would Shannon Sharp pay that much money to some dumb little chick that he was having consensual BDSM?
It won't let me play it.
Okay, we all knew it was coming, didn't we?
It's not letting me play it. Did they take it down?
We all knew it was coming. Why the hell would Shannon Sharp pay that much money to some dumb little chick that he was having consensual BDSM and play with? This is why, guys. He didn't want us to see these demons. Ah, hell no, Shannon. Shannon, no! No, Shannon, no!
No, that's supposed to be him
Shannon,
underneath
no!
her.
Oh, Shannon, no! Oh,
What
guys,
is he doing?
He's getting pegged.
man.
She has, is
Oh,
that
that's
a
another
strap
one.
on?
Yes.
Damn,
Can
brother,
you
man.
rewind it,
Damn,
please?
brother.
Okay, now that I understand what I'm looking at, I
It
was waiting
keeps
to see
stopping for
something.
some reason. I don't know if this video is not available
Shannon,
anymore.
no!
Well, maybe this isn't a real video. I think this is someone making a.
Guys, man,
It was playing before.
we got us another one. Damn, brother, man. Damn, brother Shannon.
They probably took it down.
Woof. This is why, guys. He didn't
Oh,
want us to see these demons.
she
I don't think
dropped
that's
that.
a real video. I think that's
hell no,
someone
Shannon.
trolling.
Oh my
But
God.
if you go back to the tape, and he was like, I know you're not talking about that, considering what you did to me the other day. Like I saw those up, it's like, whoa, okay, now I see why you offered the $10 million.
I don't know. I thought they was role playing, but
And that's just on X, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know what was going on with that weird, creepy relationship. But I just feel like you got to use common sense, and you can't just go around doing whatever you want to and think it's never going to come back on you.
I mean, rich people, especially rich white people, do it all the time. He thought he could do it. He chose the wrong person to do it with.
There's a lot of rich white men doing this with black women. I think there's some.
I didn't say anything about black women. I said they do. Rich white people do what the fuck they want to do all the time.
The same thing, it would have to be interracial, and I think that's the part that people are missing.
No, I think maybe you might be missing it because a lot of people partake in these things.
Community.
A lot of people partake in these things. They just, I don't know if it's about money or who you choose or making sure that person is satisfied. We all know that Shannon Sharpe is an asshole. He doesn't treat women well. Who knows what really happened? What really set her off? What why she turned down the summit? Who knows what really happened? But these things do exist. But he chose the wrong person to do his with. I'm
not saying that they don't exist. I'm just saying, this is my opinion. If you're gonna do something like this, you just need to just know that this can happen. I would never do anything like this because I already know that it's at the other person's discretion whether or not it's assault. And they can
Do
say
you think he knows he was being filmed?
They
in that
changed their
film?
mind and I assaulted them.
I don't think he knows he was being filmed. I think that might be revenge porn. For real, for real.
Yeah. If
I
she
don't think that was a real video. I think that was somebody trolling.
If it is my imagination, I said, well, that would make sense. Of why he doesn't want to even see the tape. You know, TMZ reported that he didn't want to even. He could have reviewed the tape, I guess during mediation or whatever they're going through, and he didn't even want to see it. So if that's what's happening in the tape, I wouldn't want to see that shit either. You know.
There's another possibility. He's guilty.
Of what? Not wearing a condom?
Of what she said, yes.
And not wearing a condom?
That's a possibility.
Why wouldn't you want to see yourself not wearing a condom?
Because if you know that you forced yourself on this girl and you know that's what happened, why would you want to see it?
Forcing yourself on someone and not wearing a condom are, to me, two different things. Forcing yourself is like, no,
stop,
stop me, no,
and you force yourself on me. That's our word.
Right.
I'm just saying, it's a possibility that it happened. She felt like she didn't have enough evidence, so she tried to fabricate some.
So she did it again with him and recorded the next time they did it? Like,
no, it happened the time that it was recorded. I thought the second time it happened is when he came to her apartment.
Listen, they have text messages going back over a year of her saying, I want hardcore BSM. I want you to choke me with a dog collar. I want big black baby gravy batter. January 1st rolls around. She's like, I want $25,000 per cheek. I know you missed this ass. Then this is at 9 p.m., 4 p.m. the next day. She doesn't know how to process him not wearing a condom and fucking her in her ass, which to me is bullshit because you've been processing this shit the whole time. Now, if you would have said, Shannon, no means no, you forced yourself on me, or I told you to stop and you wouldn't stop. I said our safe word, you wouldn't stop, or I had to go to the hospital, or something that would indicate something bad happened. But you saying you can't process something that you've been doing for over a year just does not sit right with me. Okay? Let's cut the shit, all right? Don't try to rock me to sleep with that bullshit. You've been processing it. No, let me finish. You've been begging for it. You got what you asked for. So for you to say you can't process it, it's bullshit to me because you've been processing it. Now, if it was something else that she said happened, okay. But that's not what she's saying. She said he didn't put a condom on and she took it up the ass. But she been doing that. So what you mean you don't know how to process it? I don't understand it. What don't you know how to process? It's a straight setup. Shannon is all the disgusting things. He's an old, dirty, nasty old man. He's stupid. He's slow. He didn't know he was being recorded. If that tape we saw was true, or if there's another one out there like that. Like, he's stupid. He didn't even see the recording going on. He can't even tell that this girl is unhappy or that the tide has changed in their relationship to where she feels as though she got to do all of this. Like, he could have been taking shit too far with her. Who knows? He seems like a piece of shit. But she's full of shit too. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, I think what I'm trying to say is that I actually agree with you that she's fabricating things. But to me, it's a possibility that something happened. She felt like she had no evidence, so she started to fabricate stuff and try to like set him up to build a case. It's not impossible.
Thank you, Deidre.
But if somebody texts me saying, I don't know how to process this, I'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? You know, that would be my response. I'd be like, process what? What are you talking about?
Well, she said, I don't know how to process this. No means no, Shannon. She's hitting buzzwords that if you take this to court, it insinuates grape. No means no. I don't care how many times we've done it. I said no this time, or I wanted you to wear a condom this time. He's like, let me call you later. He probably went and called his lawyer. Now all the conversation has to stop. No, because if you say I'm sorry, or what are you talking about, or I did this, it's an admission of guilt. It could be used against you. So he was right to not say another motherfucking word to her, except, can I call you later? And call his lawyer. Because now he's finally picking up on the bullshit. But it's too late.
Here's my whole thing with this whole thing. I kind of feel like she always had the ability to do this. And I just can't. I mean, when you're running around here and you with a preference for a person that has for a woman that has a social standing above you in society, that at her word, she could just destroy your career just based on her word, and that's your preference, and that's what you prefer to be with, then this is what you asked for. So to me, Shannon Sharpe, as far as I'm concerned, I think that people should wash their hands of him. I really think
but this is what I'm saying. Y'all are getting too caught up into who Shannon Sharpe is and your disdain for him and who he is and his preference. And he's
I'm not saying he should go to prison.
I said you're getting caught up in your disdain for him. So, and I feel like y'all not really looking at what's really the whole full picture because you're caught up on. I think his makeup is making my eyes water.
I don't care because you know why? I feel that he's an abusive person, and it's not. It's nobody.
Yeah, that's what you feel. That's what I'm saying. That's what you feel. Let's look at the facts of it and take however we feel about Shannon out of it. Let's look at the text messages and the date.
Those are the facts.
Let's look at this case right here and the facts, the stuff that they have presented to us, Busby and him, their lawyers. Let's look at text messages. Let's look at the nature of their relationship. Let's look at dates and times. Let's look at what doesn't make fucking sense. Let's look at what Shaq said to Matt Barnes. They trying to get dirt on him.
I don't care
Let's look at all of that. Fuck what you feel about him, however you feel about him. It doesn't matter how you feel about him. What matters are the facts.
But see, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I honestly don't care. I think he's disgusting. I don't care. These things don't matter to me. Because
I feel like
where I'm just like, you need to go over there.
I want Larger. I want Larger to say how she feels.
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
I feel like Shannon did bring it on itself, and I also see the plot and the setup was apparent, and he should have known better. Monique, it's odd that Monique actually tried to warn him about at least messing with a more mature woman. And didn't somebody else sit on his couch? Oh, and Kat kind of clowned him about, the type that he dates. And so it's been brought up even on his own show. And he could have taken that as a way to maybe writing on the wall, you're getting kind of big now, Sharpe. They're going to come for you.
You might want to stop, dummy.
Yeah, but he
didn't.
I
said before, as we say here, nigga, you bought that. Like, you going to have to cut it. You bought that. You're going to have to cut. Well, I don't know now since the cat is out of the bag and all his business is out in the street. I don't know if all his business is out in the street. But girl, you're not going to get as much as you thought you was going to. You're not getting no 50 million. You should have took the 10 million. while he was willing to give it to you. But you done fucked this deal up, so I don't know what you're gonna get now.
Right.
Because he could hit you with, I'm only worth $1 million. Liquid. I ain't got no money no more. So you fucked it up.
Because
So
he lost his deal, right?
yeah, and he got fired or stepped down. So he can't count any of that as income. He's not getting his deal. So you ain't getting what you think you're getting. Little girl.
Yeah.
You need to go find your daddy and a therapist and go sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah, he gets
Oh
with
yeah, I
them.
definitely think she's
The
whacked in the
circus. I
head.
love it.
Yeah.
You see what DGF said?
What she say? The fact that Shannon is creepy before, during, and after, we get to have disdain for Shannon Sharp. That's all right too. Shannon did it to herself. He gets what a clown get. Listen, I'm not saying. Listen, fuck Shannon Sharp. I want that to be clear. I am not defending him, but I am not letting this little girl play in my motherfucking face either. And I think people are having a hard time separating the two. That's all I'm saying. Because of their disdain for Shannon, because he is such a horrible person, because he doing what he's doing, because he's wild and he's tripping. Like I said, you bought that, stupid. Like, so I'm not defending him by any means. I am, when Tony Busby's name is involved, looking sideways. And when I read some of this stuff, I'm like, get out of my face. You can't process it. Bitch, what? Girl.
That would have been what I would have texted her back. I would have been like, bitch, what?
And if it was so heinous, why didn't you take your ass to police? It only happened last month.
Right.
Press charges.
Because that will stop the civil case. That's why.
Exactly.
No, that's trying to get money. There's no doubt about that.
That would have helped to get her money, though. They said.
They have to pause that until the criminal case is done.
And she know that's going to be hard to prove with all the texting and even her recorded phone calls in entirety. You can't just cut out the parts you didn't say, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and this could be extortion. He could sue you back. Who knows? Like, your hands aren't clean either. Or they might get to the bottom of who really set this shit up. Is it Shaq? Is it ESPN? Is it Skip Bayless? Is it the who's mad? Who could be mad? It seems like he pisses a lot of people off.
Yeah.
I think he pissed her off because I think she thought they were in a relationship. And a woman scorned. That's why her thinking is so like this.
Okay.
That's why this is so irrational.
Thanks for having me. This was an awesome conversation.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed too. It's almost 11 o'clock.
Oh, it's 2 o'clock here.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, you're a night owl.
You know what? I think this one of these makeups I'm using makes my eyes water. It's not the allergies, because I was fine today until I put on a little bit of makeup to come on here. It's one of these makeups.
Well, that's awesome that you were able to figure out that it's at least that.
Yeah,
all right. I will be on the weekend. We're going to start our hair club, or at least try to start it, or get together what it is actually we're going to do. I will be doing some hair stuff this weekend. I'm going to try some new ways to do some natural stuff. I'm not doing any more silk presses because it's 80 degrees here and I'll be sweating. I can't wear the silk presses. Silk press season is over for me. So I will be experimenting with different ways. I might try to dry thing. I have a whole box full of rollers and rods and all kinds of shit over there. So I'm gonna pull it out this weekend and see my eyes are really getting bad. And see how that goes. So I will see you guys maybe tomorrow or definitely Saturday. All right. Good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow or Saturday or later on. Today's already Friday here. All right. Okay. Get some tea tree oil-based eye wipes in case you're developing sensitivity. Like that too. Okay. Yes, ma'am, Miss DGF. You be safe too. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. And I'll see y'all this weekend. Good night. Wait a minute. Do a roller wet set. But you know, it might take my hair so long to dry when I do that. But we'll see. I only have the dryer the hood thing that you hook up to the blow dryer. I only have that one. So I don't have one that you sit under. I used to. I might have. Well, if I do, it's really old. But we'll figure all of that out. I'll talk to y'all before I do my hair, though. My eyes are really watering bad. I need to go wash my face. So, good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Uh-oh. See, I can't even end the damn thing on here.